can actually see what we're doing.
Okie dokie. My plan is the same as before. I shall go out and I shall talk to Cassie.
This is day 4. What is there on day 4?
So day 4 is specifically the carnival, so when you'll get individuals going out in dress code and basically cosplay. Then day 5 is basically you guys can do what you want. Generally there'll be carnival games and all that sort of thing. Then on day 6 it's the religious day, and then day 7 is the close. What were you laughing at?
Thought of an idea for Bhold.
Oh no.
Oh.
I
think I'm gonna walk around the city.
This is generally going to be... What I'm going to do is, during this first half, I'm going to basically go through what you guys would want to do while you've got the
I'm
time.
probably not gonna do this, but the moment you said cosplay, the only thing that popped into my mind was buying black paint and cosplaying as Red Hack.
Oh god.
Well, now, would he be flattered or would he kill you?
Both.
Good question. Probably a bit of both. But
Oh, I'm flattered. Chop off your head.
But how could he kill you when you're so much stronger than him?
Exactly.
oh man, if only that were true. But yeah. So I'll wait for Matt to be here and then we'll start. But yeah, so this is generally just going to be a you guys decide what you want to do during the first few days. We'll generally skim over it and then we'll go into the next step.
I'm mostly gonna
Well, if there's like any carnival games, I want to participate.
Yeah, there are plenty of carnival games. So I'd recommend you guys all like stick together for this sort of thing. With regards to carnival games.
So, this person just got set on fucking fire. Were they okay?
I don't know.
They did it to themselves, alright? They were
did.
stupid.
Yeah, they were dumb as fuck, but I'd still hope that they aren't, like, you know, dead.
They'll probably be fine, maybe.
It's fine.
Possibly. Look, they even stopped, dropped, and rolled after running around for a little
And then they kind of we don't know what happened after that. Maybe they just got set more on fire.
Possibly.
Yeah, for context, someone got set on fire.
Yes.
They set themselves on fire.
Yes, they set themselves on fire. Yes, they were dumb and they were playing with gasoline over an open fire, so I don't know what you expect. I have received a message. It is not from you, Harlan, which means it's probably from Sam, saying 5 to 10 minutes. Okay. Sam will be here in 5 to 10 minutes, so we'll get that sound test done later on.
What do you mean? I'm right here. I don't know.
I said Sam, you idiot.
No, you said it's not from you, Harlan.
Yeah, I said it's not from you, Harlan. It's from Sam.
But why would it be from me?
I don't know.
Because you like to be secretive.
You're the only one that texts him? No.
You're the only one that's been texted today because you weren't about, because you keep yourself on invisible because you're antisocial. Anyway, hello and welcome to the Crabby D&D.
We're playing D&D.
You're antisocial on every time other than D&D. Let's be honest. So, hello.
I can agree on this.
Yes, we can. Hello and welcome everybody to Crabby D&D. You are here watching the Dawn Seekers. I'm here with my players: Malcom.
Hello.
Sasha.
Hello.
Elsyan is not here at the moment, but he will be in a minute. Queglod.
Hello.
And Bhold.
Hello.
Alright, so we got everybody. Hopefully the sound test will come through soon, and that'll all be good. First, I'll have a few announcements. The first one is that we might have a new member of the cast coming in. Now, this is a new person who you've never seen before. They may end up joining, they may not. I currently don't know. It is currently leaning towards the they will for a test phase and things like that, so that's good. Person is about, I know that much. So it's currently leaning towards there, and they've made an interesting character, and I'm very looking forward to seeing how it will interact with the party and see how they do. And also a thank you to Znosa for all the art. Nothing new here at the moment because I haven't imported them just yet. But I will have some new ones on the way that I am most definitely looking forward to throwing at my players and potentially killing them. We also did a vote on. We
Yay!
also did a vote off of stream, off of who would die. 80% Elsyan, 20% Sasha. The 20% towards Sasha was, of course, Elsyan's vote.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Not here to deny it.
Of course. So, and now it's on the internet. No one can despise it. That's how it works, right? Anyway. So yes. Also, thank you to Tabletop Audio for the service you provide. If you want to go and help them out, they're on their website on tabletopaudio.com. They currently do have a vote going on for best products in the year. You can vote once. Yes, in the best free products category in the NE's 2018 voting. I believe they won last year, and I really want them to win this year because they are really a great thing, and they're constantly updating, and I really do support them. So go check them out. Go vote for Tabletop Audio. You can use them in any of your D&D sessions. They really are a great help to making this series what it is. And finally, a thank you to Dungeon Player Studio for allowing me to make maps like these down here. What? Oh, no, spoilers. Yeah. So allowing me to make fun maps that allow me to mess with my players, and also making 3D maps, as you may have seen on the arena, which we may end up doing more of soon, who knows. So, we will start without Sam. Sam said it'll be 5-10 minutes, and it's been about 5 minutes, so he should be back soon. And so let's get this on the road. I believe I received a message saying that everyone's okay? Yep, I have. Good, so it's just Sam that's left. So, let us begin this little marathon. Last session, our party of adventurers, Sasha, Queglod, Elsyan, Bhold, and Malcom, finished off their last few fights, and claiming the overall victory alongside the Mountain Crushers, a group they had taken particular interest in, won themselves a small jackpot of 750 gold pieces, a good amount that they can split between themselves or put in the bag of holding. With some free time on their hands, Bhold, Malcom, and Queglod went to have some relaxation time at the baths before heading to have some fun at the Silken Serpentine. Bhold, of course, paying the extra cost. Sasha and Malcom, on the other hand, decided to go back to the forge back in the underbelly of the city and begin to experiment with metallurgy and blacksmithing, seeing what they could accomplish. Now, with days 4 and 5 of the festival on their hands and the free time about them, the party can go about their business of the festival, unhindered, doing what they wish. So, to begin it all, I am going to roll for weather, because that's a thing now. You're welcome.
I'm gonna use Druidcraft.
You're going to use Druidcraft, so you can tell what the weather is.
Yes.
Okay. Let me get up my random encounters. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? I swear I made a resource for this. I did. Where did I put it? There it is. Alright, rolling for weather. It is currently sunny. It is cloudy today. Clouds are...
Cloudy today.
Indeed. So as you use Druidcraft, as you wake up, you summon it to see what the weather is, and a small bead appears in the air before expanding out into some basic clouds. A little bit of wind in the air.
Okay.
So, you're waking up one by one, you meet up in the Undercity, you grab your breakfast, you grab your bacon and your eggs, your fruit pies, your blood fruit juice, and your other bits and pieces that you might want to eat, and prepare yourselves for the day ahead. What would you guys like to start with doing?
I have no idea.
Do we know what the rough timetable for the day is, or otherwise we should probably go out and explore?
There is no timetable for your party. In general, the carnival for like the festive costumes and that sort of thing usually happens around midday, and proceeds into the late afternoon, early evening.
When did the activities start?
Activities are around all the time. They're open generally from 7 onwards, which is the general get-up time, which is probably the time you'd be at now because of your late night in the Silken Serpentine. But actually, you wake up and you feel very relaxed and very fulfilled, Bhold.
Oh, if only I had 24 pounds of the stuff that I do with roundworm.
So, Chronicle speaks up with you all sitting around eating. So, what's the plan? I believe there's carnival games about. We can go and explore a bit. I believe there are some contests taking place today.
I'm planning to look for a friend of mine and see how they're enjoying the carnival. They're local, so that'll be get to know the best spots. So I'll be doing that on my own.
Sure.
Anyone else got plans, or just going to bimble about?
I suppose.
Welcome
Yes,
home.
I suppose we'll just explore, see if there's anything anyone is interested in.
I'm fine with that. So far I know that there are 3 main contests. There's archery, there's a strongman competition, and I believe there was a performance competition. Something to do with trying to make the most extravagant show, I guess it would be.
Where's the strongman contest?
I'm not sure. I guess that's what our exploring would do.
Yes. Well, good luck you all. Sasha says, quickly finishing up their food. I am heading off.
Okay. So we'll start with you as you head off. You make your way along the streets. You see people starting to set up. A lot of people were enjoying themselves. A lot of talking outside, nattering about the place. It's a relatively nice day out. You get to Cassie's shop, and it's completely closed down again. There's no one outside. There doesn't seem to be any life inside either.
Right, time to use that new spell of mine. Sending.
Okay.
Right, I'm going to use sending, and I'm going to be saying, Cassie, this is Sasha. Are you in the city? Are you in Adamanthia currently? And would you like to meet up?
A few moments pass. I'm currently on duty. I won't be able to meet with you or speak with you until the festival's over, unfortunately. I've already used up my free time that I had on the first day. I'm on duty for the rest of it, unfortunately.
Deny.
Well, dicks. Obviously, that doesn't go through the thing.
Yeah. So that's the 3rd level spell used.
I'm aware.
I
Well-
sent a message.
Okay.
Wait, what? That is, well, Sasha is going to be a little bit sad, but going to take this opportunity to try and track down, and try and head to the library, looking out for Obel on the way, though. Just in case he happens to be around.
Okay. Give me a perception check while you're heading to the library. And with regard to what you want to do, Malcom, give me a survival check.
Survival check.
Yeah. So as you're looking around, you see Obel near the center of town where he was before. He's still, he's got his giant cauldron there, the new one that you've given him, along with the other bits and pieces. He's currently set it up, and he seems to be making some stew and serving it to people. The sign says 2 copper pieces for a bowl, and quite a few people are eating. It also seems to be that a few passers-by are passing more than like a gold piece every now and then, and it seems some of the homeless are being fed with this. Those who are less fortunate than others can't really pay their way, and he seems to be just feeding the masses, as it were.
Oh, that's nice. Right. If
What was your roll?
you go.
11.
11. Looking around and listening to what some people have to say. You ask one person, and apparently she's headed back with the Baroness back to the Barren Lands.
Aww. Alright, then I'm just gonna walk around the city and keep an eye out on my egg and hopefully try to find the salamander.
Okay. Okay, this will be a perception check with disadvantage because you don't know where you're going with this and where the person might be. So perception check with disadvantage on your part. What were you going to say, Harlan?
I'm just gonna go over to Obel and say hi, and just have a bit of a chat whilst he's cooking, and hand him, let's say, 9 gold to feed the homeless,
okay.
and anyone who comes along who looks like they need it.
Yeah. One of the dwarves on the table below takes the gold and thanks you for it, and he goes, "Oh, good to see you. I heard that Snag lost his match yesterday." But,
Yes, he put up a good show though.
Yeah, I heard that. He's been enjoying himself though, and I spoke to him about you. Apparently, he watched a few of your matches. Apparently, you took on one of the bigger dogs that we usually keep back home. Ramor has
The big
Stick.
frosty flaming snake.
yeah,
thingy.
those things.
Yes.
He's not that
yes.
bad.
We-
You can give him a good hug. Usually.
Unfortunately, we're a little small, so it's a little bit more dangerous. but,
True, yeah. Yeah, but that was Harry. He comes home with us.
Well, that's good to know.
Hopefully,
do
the clerics
hope
are
we
pretty good at resurrecting and putting things back together if they get torn apart. You didn't know,
Yeah.
but Harry's one of ours. He's the main guard dog.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize, but well,
That's all good.
I'm glad that we didn't die either, though.
True.
So some of my friends don't really have a bit of were a bit ill last time they were resurrected, and probably don't want to go through that again.
That makes sense. Death isn't,
Anyway.
death isn't very nice. No, I haven't experienced it personally, but yeah. Anyway, I gotta get back to doing this, so
Right, so just have a good day, and
I will. Thank you for the donation.
Of course. And then Sasha is just heading to the library, like maybe just keeping an eye out, see if there's any games along the way, but like no real,
Okay.
like not actively seeking anything in particular.
Okay, looking through some of the games, you see there are a few interesting ones. There's a game of Panko, which is where you throw the ring over the hoop. There's a hooker duck. You also see there's various candy stores. There's a whack the Morban, which is it's fun for the children, but a few of the adults are a little bit concerned about it. Kind of inciting violence in a way. And you see that there are other various fortune tellers and those playing card games and games of chance with dice and that sort of thing.
Are these the sort of games where you like put down money and then it'll be like double your bet? Or...
With the chance ones, it's generally you put down your money and you win the pot with the rest of people around. With dice, it's generally the same sort of thing. So it would be like you roll 2 dice and then you say a number, and if you get it and other people have betted against you, then you get their money. If you lose, then you give your winnings split amongst all those betting, and you have to bet to earn.
Are any of them like skill games or something like that? Something that would take a check to do is what I'm saying here, Chris.
Whack the rat or whack the Morban, hooker duck, and the Panko. Those would be the only 3 that you would really take a real check.
Okay. Well, I don't think any of those are really interesting to me, but c'est la vie. Yeah, I'll just keep looking around. Do any of the fortune tellers look like they're, real fortune tellers, or do they all just look?
Give me an insight
sort
check.
of? Oh, I'm actually good at insight. That's nice.
I'll get back to the rest of you in just a moment. Natural
Very good at insight, apparently.
Looking around, you see quite a lot of fake fortune tellers. You've seen this kind of charade before. They're just pulling cards and that sort of thing. As you're going through, you're just like, there's not really that much here. And then you find one individual, and you look at them, and you get a strange look about them. And the individual is currently sat. You can just about see them through the slit of some curtains, where some person's just come out and the curtains haven't fully closed. And you can see on the inside, you can see what looks to be a female human individual, and her entire body seems to be covered in wrappings. She has a deck of cards in front of her, and she has the deck of cards, and she shifts them, and you watch as she slides a card and holds it up, and it's that of a dragon.
I'm going over.
She folds it, flips it, and puts it back down on the table.
This feels to me like, this is one of those mystic moments. Come on, let's dive in head first.
Okay, so while you're heading in and doing that, the rest of you, what are you doing? Malcom,
I'm heading over to the strongman competition.
I did my roll. It was 12.
Okay. So, and you're just walking around town, you're not with a group?
No, not really.
You don't seem to find her. You can't get any grasp on it. You could spend more hours doing it if you want to, but you have no idea where she might be. And the egg doesn't seem to change as you're moving around.
Well, it's pretty important that I find her, so I guess I'll spend more time.
Okay, go ahead. I will say you have, unless you're planning to participate or watch the main carnival, you have 8 hours left, which is 8 rolls with disadvantage. It's your choice. If you use up all of them, then that means you've got nothing left until the others are done, so it's up to you.
I'll probably do like 2 more rolls.
Okay, go ahead. Okay. Total?
Plus, it was. What
Perception.
check was it again? Perception. 19. Plus 4, and that's 19.
Okay. Looking around, you get a blip at some point, but you seem to lose it. It's close by, but you're not sure where. Make another roll with regular roll this time.
Regular roll?
Yep. Okay. Going around, you eventually seem to get a general gauge as to where the person might be. And as you're moving through, you come across what looks to be a large crowd that seems to just be parting and moving out of the way. And as you look through the crowd, you can see not a tiefling. You can see a human riding a salamander.
Human?
The human, it's a male human. He has what looks to be a 5 o'clock cut, or 5 o'clock shadow cut, all curved to one side. Seems to have a set of spectacles on and is currently riding / moving along with every now and then with a salamander. You're not entirely sure whether it's the same one, but it's the same variation type.
What about the egg? Like, what does the egg look like?
Well, your one.
Yes, because it's supposed to change by the...
Proximity.
No, not proximity, but the type. Like...
Oh, it's the same as before.
The chromatic. So it's red?
It's red, yeah.
I'm gonna try to get their attention, I guess.
Okay. Okay, we'll go back to the group, and so you can think on how you want to get their attention and so on for a bit.
Yeah.
So, Elsyan, Queglod, Bhold, and Chronicle. You're all travelling around the city, and you're heading to the strongman competition, correct?
Well, Behold wants to go. Perhaps Chronicle does as well. I'm not sure. But I'd like to be there to cheer Behold on. So.
And I'll be going as well. Just because I need friends.
Right, I'll be back in a second, guys.
Okay. So, you all make your way along the city. You see a large group of people. They're all enjoying themselves. You see various competitions and contests on the way that you get the idea of. There's a dunk pool. You can see hook a duck. You can see a welly toss. You can see various candy stores. You can see dart throwing competition. You can see various games of chance with cards, dice, and fortune tellers. And you also see one coconut shy on your way, run by what looks to be a halfling, who seems to just be running over, picking them up, and picking up like these small balls and then bringing them back.
Hey, Elsyan, you wanna go in the dunk pool?
No, I do not want to go into the dunk.
So are you a little bit
I'll
far
give
from
you
your mic?
100 gold.
I'll be right back.
Sam, are you a little bit far from your mic, or I don't know?
I'm just trying not to breathe into the mic, that's the thing.
Ah, okay.
But I think when I speak, I'm just a bit closer.
Yeah.
But yes. No. For no amount of money will you get me into that dunk pool.
Are you sure?
100% certain. Oh, what am I
What
saying?
about-
Don't know what.
500 gold.
500 gold. No. I'm not going in the dunk pool.
Queglod, how do I get him into dunk?
Well, you can't really force him in if he really doesn't want to go.
Don't say
If
that.
he's
The idea didn't actually force me to go in.
no, don't. I would not advocate you picking him up and throwing him in there.
You don't
If
need to
he's,
pick
if
him
he's
up.
too
And...
squared to go in,
Very
too scared to
steadfast.
go in the dunk pool, then that's his decision.
You don't need to pick him up and throw him. It can be his own decision. He's going to just cast friends on you.
Are you calling me boring? Is that what you're calling me, Queglod? Boring?
I would never say something like that.
You refer to me as a square.
That's totally what she said.
Exactly. So, I'm just going to check. I don't think Friends has a saving throw. I think it just works.
What?
I think it's a wisdom.
Um,
What is that? Player's handbook?
yeah, there is no saving throw, so he just has advantage on this charisma save to persuade you to go into the dunk pool. Hope you're ready to fight Chronicles charisma. Please, mate.
Don't have it.
All right.
It's against.
It'll be against your
It's good,
insight if you're trained in it. Otherwise, it's just a straight wisdom save. So,
Am I trained in insight? I think I am. No, I'm not. Just very good at... Oh no, I am trained in insight.
yeah, so if you're trained in insight, you use that. Otherwise, you use wisdom.
It'd still be a +6 either way. No, it won't. No, it was. No, never mind.
Come on then, Elsyan. Let's see you beat it.
By the way, he rolled a 32.
What's that?
That would be a 19.
19! Oh man, I feel so sorry for you. He rolled a 21 because you rolled a 17 plus 4. He puts a convincing argument forward when he goes, "But Elsyan, that's 400 gold. Think of how much you could
500.
buy.
He
with
did
that.
say 500.
500 gold. Think of how much you could buy with that. Plus, don't your clothes not get wet?"
Fine, okay? As long as you're paying me the 500 gold. Behold.
After.
No.
After you do it, I don't trust you.
Okay. I don't make promises regularly, but I promise that if you give me the money now, I will go in the dunk pool.
I do not trust you.
Queglod, can you just make sure he gives me the money afterwards? Fine, I'll go to the dunk pool. I'm going, okay?
All right, I'll make sure that the promise is fulfilled. Don't worry.
Okay.
This is funny.
Hey,
Is he
Okay.
in?
Elsyan, I would like you to make an intelligence check for me, please.
Don't do this, Chris.
What's the total?
That's with my intelligence of +4, so that would be an 8.
That's enough to read the sign.
Electrified water.
What does the sign say?
What does
You
the
don't
sign
know.
say?
Oh, shit.
Sasha's back.
Welcome back.
Oh, perfect.
So Elsyan climbs in, and you can see, and there's like a dwarf here, and he goes, Ah, excellent! We have an elf coming into the dunk pool. Don't you take... If you don't want to take your clothes off, you're welcome to. They're gonna get wet, but... I'm not gonna judge. Well, if they don't, then that's fine by me. Either way, I believe you came with some friends, so we'll give your friends two free throws each. If all of you want to participate, and Chronicle backs up a bit, puts his hands up and says, I'd rather not.
I suggest the Goliath.
The Goliath first, of course! And he gives you 2 balls to throw.
Alright. What is throwing?
Dexterity.
Oh shit.
It's a ranged weapon. Do you want to reckless attack it?
Yes.
Reckless attacking with
Reckless attacking with a sponge ball. That's good enough. You toss it, you hit it bullseye first time, and Elsyan, the seat gives out from under you, and you fall straight into it. Your clothes aren't wet, you pull yourself back up, your hair's a little bit wet, but it will soon dry off. And you climb back out and he goes, excellent, good shot, now as good friendship, and according to our rules, Bhold, was it?
Yes.
You get in the dunk pool now. And he gets revenge,
What?
and he gets a chance at revenge.
This was not part of the plan.
Queglod, you do see this now, looking at the sign. It says anybody who dunks a dunker gets put in the dunk pool for revenge.
give me the ball.
So, Bhold, will you honor
Alright.
this?
Oh boy.
So, Bhold, you climb up into the dunk pit. You are now sat on the seat. Elsyan, you are the only one who gets two free throws here. These are dexterity checks and attacks.
Chris, I don't think they are. I think what I'm actually going to be using is my telekinesis.
Okay. That doesn't require a roll. You throw the ball with a little bit of telekinesis. It hits the target. It does a little bit of a wobble in the air, making it look a little bit dodgy. All the
Dude,
same,
does Bhold catch that?
make an intelligence check with disadvantage. No, you don't.
No.
The
-2.
the ball
What?
changes ever so slightly its trajectory, hits the target, and Bhold, you just go straight in. You're soaked in the water from this.
Oh, I embrace it because I'm naked mostly.
Yeah, you are. You basically are, except for a loincloth, so it's fine.
Fucking filth.
This feels nice. Is it cold or warm?
Oh yeah, it's just straight up cold.
Oh yes, this
It's a cloudy
reminds
day.
me
The
of
sun
back
hasn't
home.
heated it up at all. It's at this point that he goes, "Ah, well done. Who's next?" and shouts out to the crowd as a few other individuals stand up with their friends and to go in the dunk pool. Elsyan, your hair's drying off at this point.
I climb up.
You're airing it with a little bit of like telekinetic magic to kind of make air pockets so that it flows through easier and dries faster.
So effectively, Elsyan has its own form of a hairdryer.
Yeah, effectively.
So clearly this was the reason why you decided to become a mystic.
Obviously.
Swishy hair and a cape. Bhold. Give me a perception check with advantage. Okay. You get out of the dunk pool, and as they hand you a towel, you begin to wipe your face. You feel a little bit of stubble.
Oh, jam!
Except in that one patch where it was shaved off by Queglod.
Oh,
Fuck jam.
You have a little bit of stubble. Just a little bit. It's very, very fine, and it's not very well grown through. You might end up getting a little bit of a scruff, but...
Do I notice this?
Go ahead and make a perception check. Not with advantage, because it's not you, but...
Oh boy. It's gonna go well.
Because you're not the one growing the beard. 1! No,
Oof.
you do not notice the
No.
ever so mild stubble coming through.
I'm
Tells
rubbing
him with
it
your passive
now.
perception you see it. It's nice and easy. Okay.
Oh. Fascinated by this, I just ignore Elsyan and continue to the strongman competition.
Okay.
hey! Come back here. Where's my 500 gold?
What?
The 500?
Okay. Behold.
What 500 gold?
Behold. Chronicle is going to win, because he's a good aligned character. He is going to use friends on you, and then he's going to try and persuade you to give the gold over.
I do not have any gold.
Oh, you have 0 gold. Oh, okay.
I have 100, I think.
This is why insight checks are important, Sam.
I don't care. I don't know. Elsyan was more. Elsyan's not going to incite everything everyone says. He is going to believe them at some point.
Okay, so you have no gold to hand over.
Oh, you going to hand over something?
Right. Okay.
Hands over loincloth.
You've got no gold to give me. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
Fucking Goliaths.
Now, Behold, that wasn't very nice, was it?
I'm sorry.
It's fine. You can owe him later.
You owe me 500.
I mean, if you win this strongman competition, you earn a prize. You can give it to Elsyan.
No.
Why not?
Maybe.
You broke your end of the bargain. How's about that?
I have 100 gold, I'll give it to him.
That's not 500 gold.
You still owe me.
I don't know
400
that. I
gold.
can't count that high.
Actually, that's the point.
Okay.
I
Okay,
might
let
take
me out here.
advantage of like someone who has special needs.
Oh
Is
god.
that what's happening here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Isn't that what we've been doing this entire time with like having him as our muscle?
Okay, fair enough. We're all guilty in this.
Especially
Don't
Queglod.
rope me into this.
Hey, I've been looking after him.
Yeah, you've been riding him like a horse.
We've been
Like
on
a
an
horse.
adventure.
I don't make him run on all fours.
Me and Behold went on an adventure, so
Yes.
Malcom is not put into this group.
Yeah. Why'd you take him along with you? Because he's strong. You filthy.
Because he wanted to get something from Suhaba.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. Anyway, so as you're making your way through the street, your hair dries out and you're
I
perfectly
am
fine.
taking that 100 gold, by the way. You owe me 400 gold.
Okay, you're taking the 100 gold. Elsyan now has 100 gold. You have nothing, Behold. And you eventually go through, you see a bunch of other individuals as you're going along, and you get to the strongman competition. And you see what looks to be a large kind of stone weight on the ground. And you can see that individuals are there and they've got some kind of like a seesaw almost. And they're there and they go to strike the seesaw and they try and make the stone flip over and topple. And you see a few individuals, they swing the hammer down, they hit it, and it doesn't go anywhere, and you go, "Ah, bad luck. Who's next?"
Ooh, I wanna go.
"Ah, big guy. Of course. Come up. Here, take the hammer. Give it the biggest swing you've got, and, as customary, 10 gold pieces for the pot."
Is there any prize?
"Yes, the pot,
The
of
pot.
course. Currently, we are standing at," looks over and his friend goes, 80 gold pieces. 80 gold pieces if you win, and you win your 10 gold back if you win.
Okay. I am going to rage and reckless as
You haven't handed over the 10 gold yet.
I will pay
I
for
have
him.
50 gold. Because I have 150 gold.
Oh, you.
Wow, Behold the Grand Deceiver. Intelligence of 7, still manages to outwit Elsyan. You watch as he pulls out of his bag 10 gold pieces and hands it to the competitor.
Fucking Goliath! How are you smart enough to pull this scam?
You think I didn't think this through?
No, I fully accept Infernal you did, but Behold thinking this through.
Oh, you
I'm going
did.
to insight to see how much gold he has.
Give me an insight check.
+6.
13. Deception check, please, Behold. With disadvantage due to your persistent lying.
I have 40 gold.
You have 40 gold, okay.
Yes.
Wait, do you have more gold?
Okay, so you hand over the 10 gold and he says, "Okay, give it a go. I need a strength check, not an attack. So this will take a rage or only a single roll."
Yeah. Rage.
Rage? Okay. Frenzied rage? No, just...
Will that help?
No, not really. Regular rage.
Extra attack it.
Doesn't work like that. Okay, what is
that
the
is
total?
You make the second attack so quickly no one notices.
+5. So 18.
You hit it, and the stone goes back into place. Doesn't flip.
Oh.
Ah, bad luck, friend. Another 10 gold for another try.
I give him 10 more gold.
Okay, go ahead. One more. Still got your rage. Okay.
Alright, that's 21.
You swing this time. It hits, and the stone, as it falls back over onto the other side, the crowd goes, and he goes, well, no one's. Well, you win the pot, so 100 gold, I guess. And looks over and at his friend, who kind of sighs a bit, comes over with the pot and hands you 100 gold.
Did they not expect it to win?
No, DC's 20. Most people can't do it.
Okay.
See, what you gotta do is you gotta keep
Comes
doing that throughout the day.
He goes-
Like, let it build up, then you come in.
So I have 130 now?
Yeah.
Oh no, you have
Like,
100. You have 130. Yes.
I go over and give it to him.
Okay, you go over and hand 130 gold to Elsyan.
Now, don't make offers you can't keep.
Who's joking?
Now, Behold, the real question is, how much silver do you have?
You know, I don't want it in silver pieces. I want it in gold. So that's another 131.
I don't have that much.
Okay.
Because I
Oh,
used it to pay everyone's fucking thing.
you watch as two more individuals come over and they topple the stone back on, and Chronicle goes up and says, "Oh, I'll give it a go." Hands 10 gold over, and he's like, "Ah, new challenger. Are you sure there's no pot?" And he's like, "It's fine. Do it for sport." He's gonna give it a roll. Come on, baby. Nope. He hits it. Falls back into place. He's like, it was close. And hey, it's a good start for your pot. Good luck.
One more try, Chronicle?
I don't have that much gold on me. I got maybe enough for the other competitions, but that's it.
Very well then.
Meanwhile, Malcolm's got all the gold.
But hold somehow pick.
Yeah, meanwhile, your bag of holding is wandering around town with all the gold in it.
We need to get a fucking leash from Mal. So he stops running off with money.
I mean, thinking about Malcolm can just leave us. He has like fucking 10k gold in there.
He could, but then you guys could hunt him down, and I would not like to see him try and get away.
Cast fly away.
Doesn't matter. There's a warlock who has hex on you.
Yeah, I can just snipe you out of the air.
Go away. Leave me alone.
And Elsyan could try and stop you from flying away with his telekinesis. But anyway, that's beside the point. So,
Probably just melt the veins. It's easier.
yeah, and he turns around and goes, "Well, that was fun. What else do you want? Do either of you want to do an archery contest, or join in on the magic show, or the performance contest?"
Hold not very good at magic.
Does
I think we need like we need to get everyone with musical instruments to do the performance.
That's not a bad idea. I can play the bagpipes.
You play the bagpipe?
I don't have any, but I can play the bagpipes.
now you guys gotta find Malcolm again?
I could play. Oh, I could play the flute and the pan flute, but I wouldn't suggest the pan flute. Not
my
on this
drums.
situation. We've got drums.
You hear off in the distance, and I can play the shield.
Fuck off, Sasha!
There are plenty of other games if you want to do something. Hook a duck. Oh, there was a welly toss back there if you want to do that, Behold.
Yes, please pronounce it hook a duck. Hook a duck is something completely different.
Fine.
Wow.
Hook a duck.
What's that?
You sick non-carny.
Well, it's where a duck is a hook.
No. Okay, so who wants to lead the helm for going around and doing more festival games?
I asked him
I
what's
suppose
a
I'll take
hookah
a
duck.
round.
What did you say, Queglod?
I said I suppose I'll take a look around, but if Bhold wants to ask a question first. Then...
What were you going to say, Bhold?
I asked him what's a hookah duck.
It's where there's a small duck in a small pool of water, and you take a fishing rod and you try and hook it out. If you get anything on the underside of it, then of the ducks that you manage to pull, then you can earn yourself a small prize.
We can try. Queglod, do you want?
Yes, why not?
Okay. So you go back to where the hooker duck is. Sasha.
I'm gonna be back 1 sec.
Yeah, that's fine.
Up. Sasha here.
So, you walk into the tent, and you see the individual before you. Let's put this one on, actually.
Oh yeah, that.
And she is currently sat there. You assume it's a she. The body structure is generally a little bit telling towards that. But you aren't sure.
Hello there.
There's silence, but then there's a voice in your mind. Hello there. You are Sasha, are you not?
That's me.
I've been expecting you. Please, do come in.
Not quite hesitantly, but just sort of like stiltingly sort of come in. Like, I was like, this is weird. Like, I was expecting it to be weird, but it's still weird. And I go and sit by her, in front of her, or whatever.
Okay. You go down, you sit at the table, you can see before her there is a deck of cards. There's also a crystal ball off to one side. The tent itself is very nice on the interior, seems to be really a little bit well lit with these mysterious sources of light that you can't seem to pinpoint. You can see the inside of the tent, where the outside is kind of a dark black and grey, kind of weathered with time, a little bit more old in design. The inside is a light blue on the inside.
I suppose I'm here to ask you about the future then?
Depends. What do you want to know? There is much on your mind. Where you must go, what you must do, what's happened to you in the past, who wronged you so. There are many questions.
How many am I allowed to ask?
As many as you wish. The cards will stop me once they are ready.
Right. The dragon.
Ow.
You know of which one I speak. Can you tell me where it is, or where I will find it, or what journey I can go on to find it?
You watch as she places her hand over the deck, and you watch as it begins to slowly levitate up and splits into the many different cards, which begin to float around you, each of them showing their face to you. The curtains behind you close as this takes place. You hear it rushing across the ground, and the cards float around you before one flies up to you, and all the others turn over, showing the back face of it. There's a single one left. The tower. This is where you will find your peace.
A tower? Is that a physical tower, or is it... What does it mean?
Look at things from another angle. And you watch as the tower card turns itself upside down. You still see a tower, but it's going downwards.
Somewhere under the ground.
A fortress, hidden away from prying eyes. Underground, somewhere. It contains what you're looking for. The journey you have been set upon.
Right. Thank you. Right. My goddess, I met with her. She gave me something. Can the cards reveal what that is? I can feel it, but I don't know what it is. I don't know what it means.
You watch as all the cards fly back to their small deck before they begin to shuffle themselves, the cards mixing in with each other, splitting into two piles before spreading themselves across, grouping again and shuffling once again, bleeding into one deck. And you watch as the top half of it is pulled off, not by her, but it splits itself into an array of cards in front of you, all turned face down.
Do I pick one? Like, what's the...
Go ahead.
I'm going to like do sort of my metal feeling thing, but like try and see if any of these give off any vibes along that same sort of frequency that I've been feeling.
Okay.
Like see if any of them give off the heat that I can feel inside me.
Okay. Give me a insight check. This will be on yourself. Your hand hovers over, and you feel the warmth from one card. You go back to it, and you put your finger on it. And as you do, the card itself is red hot. And as you force yourself to turn it over, you see that of a dragon standing over a tower, breathing fire, destroying towns.
What does this one mean?
The first of many. It sets you upon what you wish to do, what you are and who you are. The next. Make another insight check.
It's not another 20, but it's nice.
No, it's nice. You feel one of the cards further away near the end call to you, and as you stretch out and you touch it, you turn it over, and it's blank. A clean slate. A choice to be made. Where will you go? What will you do? No longer tied by the bonds of your family. And finally...
And I'm guessing I'm rolling again?
Yep.
Okay, it's getting funny now.
And as you go through them all, you don't feel one card, you feel multiple. As you go through, you draw them to yourself slowly but surely, and as you get the last one, all of them turn over. All of them are the same card. A champion. You see an individual standing there. Hordes of enemies behind them, standing atop a pile. Sword raised into the air, shield raised high, and a beacon of light behind them. And you watch as the others burn away. The front of them begins to change. You see a dwarf, an elf, a tiefling, Goliath, and a halfling. And the last two, they burn away to blank before sliding back into the rest and merging with the others.
The two more will join us?
Maybe. Or maybe two more will die.
Hmm. Right.
Fate is deemed to repeat itself, and she slides the dragon card towards you.
There'll be another dragon attack, or I'll face it again, and maybe something will be lost again.
Maybe.
I think
Those who choose to stop their destiny usually rush to meet it. Choose carefully how soon you wish to fight your battles.
I wish to fight them when I'm ready, when I can win.
Good. And you watch all the cards slide back together and merge into that deck, and she places her hand on it. They will accept one more question.
Does Cassie love me?
You've no idea the temptation. I'm thinking through a lot of possible questions here, but what is my next step? What do I do next?
You watch as she picks up the deck, grabbing it almost harshly, and tosses it at you. As this happens, you watch as the deck of cards disperse and many of them fly around you before proceeding to fold back to two decks on the side. There's one card face down in front of you.
I sort of hesitantly reach towards it, and with a breath, I breathe in, steel myself, and turn it over.
Okay. As you turn it over, you watch as from the two decks to the side, two more cards slide out, almost merging in the middle. You see the hammer, and the two cards that merge together, forming two portions of it, you see the words Forge and Storm.
Storm Forge.
That is your next choice. Your next step to where you wish to be. And she places her hands on the two decks, and you watch as all the cards flutter into them once again as they're peeled between her hands, and she places it on one big deck in front of her. She crosses her palms on top of it and bows her head. Your future is told. You will not find this place. You were called here. Maybe the others, your friends, may be called here, but only if the deck seeks them. And gives a nod, and you feel almost a fade, as if the silence fills the room now. The sound of the outside world returns, mysteriously, and it fills the room again with the liveliness of the outside world. The curtain draws open.
Thank you. And, well, good fortune to you.
She remains silent, with her head bowed.
just
Somewhere off in the distance, in a different plane of existence.
Right. I think, like, Sasha's a little shaken by that experience. Like, it was one of the, but, like, at the same time, Sasha's like, yes, just very thankful for that, because it's not one of those situations where I'm, like, fearing the future so much as, like, I am armed with knowledge now.
Yeah. So, you leave the tent, you head back out into the streets. Malcom, you're there. The individual is walking along with the salamander, not seemingly doing all that much. The crowd seems to be, some of them seem to be paying attention, but most of them do not. As he's walking through, you attempt to approach him.
Actually, what I'm gonna try to do, I'm gonna try and have Featherwing fly around them and then fly back to me.
Okay.
But like fly around them where they're able to tell what Featherwing looks like when they fly around, just to see if I can get a reaction out of them.
Okay. Featherwing flies up to him. He gets startled by it almost, and he goes, "Shoot! Shoot!" And begins to like wave his hand, and before long, the salamander looks at him and snaps at him. Before looking up at Featherwing, hisses a bit. Featherwing falls down, and they begin to like look at each other for a bit before Featherwing flies back to you. The human looks over, and the salamander looks in your general direction.
So that is the same salamander. I'm gonna approach him now.
Okay. Can I ask what that was? Like, I get it's a pseudo dragon, but like, you know this salamander?
From what I saw, it's the same salamander, right?
Seems to be.
Yes. Belonged to somebody that I talked to recently.
I see. Well, if you're looking for the real owner of this, she's about somewhere. She keeps giving him to me so I can take him for walks. He needs his exercise, that sort of thing. But she's apparently tied up elsewhere. Bhold just had an epiphany off in the distance. You can hear the thoughts rising. The intelligence does not go up by one, but it's there.
The brain, it's growing. Start sweating.
Back in a bit, guys.
Okay.
Do you know where she is? I had something important to ask her.
If you want to ask her a question, you can generally ask me. I'm not really allowed to divulge her location that much. Otherwise, I'll get in trouble.
It's more a matter of things related to tieflings.
Oh. Like, just in general, or... If you mean from the... Correct me if I'm wrong, but most tieflings come from the Barren Lands, right?
From what I know, that's correct, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, if that's the case, I come from the Barren Lands as well. I'm one of few humans who come from there. If you have any questions about tieflings or the Barren Lands, then I can probably answer them.
Well, I seem to be having sort of an issue. I've recently come to the point where I should be able to cast darkness.
Yes.
But I can't.
Okay. Well, usually that means that you stem from a different kind of demon. The next most common usually ends up coming from I'm trying to remember. I believe it's a pit demon, something like that. Not entirely sure what they get, but there's that sort of thing. If you end up sprouting wings as you get older, that's usually a good sign. Means you're usually from a pit demon. I can't remember the spell, but they usually get something unique in what they get. Other than that, maybe sometimes you get imps, sometimes chain demons, maybe even an ice devil. No, you'd be a different color for that. Honestly, I don't know. That kind of thing is... Generally that kind of thing isn't looked into and we don't study that, but, yeah. Do you know what you can do, or...?
I guess I cast fly on myself and use it.
You cast fly on yourself and you begin to levitate in the air and fly upwards. So that's your daily use of it done. Oh, I can't say I know what would get that. I can ask her for you and then get back to you at some point if I see you around town.
Sure. I'm usually with a party with a halfling, a dwarf, and a Goliath.
I see. Well,
Pretty ragtag bunch.
yes, if I do see these particular individuals, I'll try and catch up to you. Yes, what's your name, by the way?
It's Malcom.
Okay. I'll let her know and speak to her about it if I see her. Yeah. Otherwise, I can't really do anything else for you, unfortunately.
That's unfortunate. Well, thanks for the help.
No problem.
And I guess I'll start flying away.
Okay. You just V-clip out of here, you just fly through the sky and just begin disappearing.
Is Arachne behind?
No, Arachne,
So, Arachne's on
Arachne
me.
is currently small enough to still be on his person. It's once she becomes a giant spider that it becomes difficult. Okay. As you're flying through the sky, there's an arrow shoots past you.
Oh shit. I'm gonna look to see where that arrow came from.
Okay, looking about, you can see a series of guards, and they're currently pointing up. A few others are pulling out their crossbows and bows.
I'm gonna try and convince them that I mean no harm, and like slowly get close to them to explain what's going on.
Okay, how do you convince them?
I put my staff in the bag of holding. Yes.
Okay. Put your staff in the bag of holding.
I have no weapons on me.
Okay. You put your staff in the bag of holding. The other, the guards watch. You begin to slowly come towards them, and one of them yells, "Right, no flying!"
I'm sorry. I'm just getting used to my new spell.
That's fine. If you want to do it outside the city. At least then we have a better shot of you.
I don't like the sound of that.
And anyway, if you fly too high, you'll hit the barrier. If you hit the barrier, you'll probably die.
Yes, I know about the barrier. I've spent some time here already.
Then don't fly! You watch a few others who haven't heard this are a little bit ways away. They're they see you talking to somebody, and one of them's currently aiming. He's gonna take a shot at you.
Oh no! Stop shooting!
He shoots the bolt. It goes. Just shoots past you.
Stop shooting! Damn it! I didn't sign up for this today.
Might be a good idea to land.
I'm gonna land, but I'm gonna make sure I go away from them when I land.
Okay, you land a little bit ways away. There's a few little bits of shouting from a few guards. I'd like you to make a. Are you gonna try and run stealth, or are you gonna stand still?
I'm just gonna walk away like nothing happened.
Okay, walking away, you pull your hood up, hiding your face and making yourself a little bit less noticeable. Let's see if any of the individuals actually notice you. No. As you're walking away, so the guard goes behind and goes, "Well, that could have been an arrest for the books, but oh well." Turns around and they say, "Alright, back to guard duty, Aleuir."
Just leave me
go
alone.
about their business.
Bye.
Yeah, that took the better part of an hour as you go and try and find the rest of your teammates, unless you want to do something separate. The rest of you're going to do some hook a duck.
Is this going?
Sure.
Yes. Yep.
Yes, I did see what you
I
wanted
got
to do, Infernal, and the answer is you can try.
I knew it.
Find hook and
I'll
duck.
try,
That's
I'll
what
try.
Malcolm's doing.
Hook an elf. Okay.
Who can?
Hook an elf. Yeah.
You stop causing me great pain.
Stab impales Elsyan on a fishing rod. I got an elf.
I'm good to you.
What do I win?
And a 3-year sentence in jail. Alright, so as you're brought up, you see there's a younger female human there, and she's currently standing there and goes, "Ah, some new challenges. You're a little bit old for hook a duck, but you're welcome to try."
Oh yeah, it's a kid's game, isn't it?
Well, Behold had never played, so.
True.
When he's like a kid on the inside. Alright.
I'm not that old.
Elsyan's fucking ancient.
Not as ancient as
How old is
Queglod.
Elsyan and Behold?
Well, I'm assuming you can make it now, so 150 years.
Oh, so you actually are older than me. Not by much.
Yeah.
Not by much, and for halfling years, she's ancient. By all rights, she should be near death by now.
I mean, by elf years, I'm
Yeah.
like, well, my age now, mid-20s,
Yeah.
I think. That's about the right sort of timeline.
She's in like her 70s or 80s, so. And yeah, that's about the right
Yeah.
timeline. So, as you're there, the she turns around and goes, "Well, if you want to enter, you're welcome to." Honk. You're welcome to try. It's 5 copper pieces to participate.
Ugh. Is it like one at a time, or can we go?
It's 5 copper pieces for a minute of duck hunt, effectively. Trying to catch as many ducks as you can.
Ah, so it is one by one. We can't do it all at the same time.
You can. You'll just be. If you're all on the same pool, it means you'll be competing for ducks.
Okay, yeah, that's what.
So 5 copper per. Chronicle is going to join on this.
Chronicles what?
Chronicle is going to join on this,
Yeah.
even though his dexterity is shocking.
Oh, I suppose I'll give it a go as well then.
Okay, so
You good at fishing,
Elsyan, you joining?
No, Elsyan is not joining, and he's going to walk out of earshot before anyone can do anything. But he is going
Strange.
to.
It seems like fishing would be sort of your speed.
No, I've been dragged into far too many games for you. For this, I am staying out of this one.
Elsyan, if you want something a little bit more your speed, there is a there is a welly toss, or there's a candy store if you were looking for anything.
No, I'll just stand over here and watch.
I think there's a ball pit over there for you, Elsyan.
Really? You're equating me to a child when you're about to play hook a duck. Really?
I never said I'm old.
Alright, so
Damn it! All these.
beginning of the round begins. I would like those participating to make a dexterity
So
check for me,
annoying.
please. Oh! Poggers.
Oh,
For myself,
how good do I get
petty
to
enough-
make a second one with extra attack?
No.
I'm not feeling petty enough to anyone to
Queglod?
telekinesis to lock up their hooks.
That is a total of 20.
Nice, you beat Chronicle by 2. As you go through and you begin stealing a few ducks, it's quite easy for you, Queglod, with your shorter height and more accurate you can get it in. Behold, as you're standing there, you're like, oh, it's difficult. It's a lot more difficult than you thought. The hook is not going where you want it to. You're very
They gave
tempted
me
to
the
break it.
biggest one. I can't hook anything.
Okay. Make a dexterity check again, all of you, for hooking more ducks. Chronicle's got a few. He's got 1 or 2 at this point, but not many.
Hook the ducks. Hook the ducks. Hook
Yeah.
those ducks.
The fishing line is not working in your favour, Behold. Queglod, you can as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and as you're trying to hook a few, Behold has resorted to the strategy of hitting other people's fishing lines to stop them from hooking ducks. Chronicle,
Yes.
Chronicle, on the other hand, is making his "you forget I'm here" thing work by making himself so that you aren't hitting his fishing line out of the way.
I mean, why doesn't he just, like, attach his thing to the thing whilst he's invisible?
Because he's not invisible. Queglod can still see him, he's just making it so Behold can't see him.
Okay.
Or Behold isn't concentrating on him. Alright, 1 more dexterity check from each of you before the time's up.
Nat 20s all around.
Hey!
Behold, in the end, you just resort to taking the fishing rod and just stabbing a duck with it. And you just pick it up.
This is way more practical.
And you just pick up the duck, and as you look on the inside of the duck, it says nothing. It says no prize.
Aww.
Queglod, as you're going through, you've racked up a few ducks, and you win a grand total of 6 copper pieces. Chronicle managed to win 4.
This is a very bad game.
Well, it's not my fault. You're just a little bit too tall for this. Maybe next time you should try sitting down before trying to hook some ducks.
Good point.
Would you like another
Even
go?
the fishing. No.
Behold is defeated by ducks.
I got defeated by ducks.
Oh man.
Knows how to swing a greatsword, doesn't know how to use a fishing rod.
And as this is all taking place, Malcolm, make a survival check.
A survival check.
With advantage because you know where they roughly are. As you're walking down the street, you hear the shouting of Behold as he's raging and he impales a duck on a fishing rod. A rubber duck on a fishing rod and just pulls it away.
Well, found him. Hey guys, I arrived.
Oh, hey, Malcom.
Behold is really good at this hook a duck thing. Why don't you try competing with each other?
I am not playing again.
Why not? Are
Oh,
you
come
gonna
on,
listen? Are you
Buckle.
gonna give in to Elsyan's little remarks on it being a childish game? Come on, you haven't defeated it yet. Have you ever given up to
Still
a
owe me
bow?
money.
Come on, Bhold, let's go.
How tempted am I? Let's see.
Make it with advantage, please, because he's trying to persuade you.
Fuck!
Oh,
I am very tempted. Alright, let's go.
Alright,
But this time I'm going to lay down.
okay. So who's actually handing over these copper pieces? I'll just have it say that Chronicle's doing it. Chronicle hands over another 15 lot of copper pieces for the party. Do you want to join in again,
But-
Queglod?
bag
Yeah,
of
very
holding
well.
shit now.
I'll,
Okay, so make that. No, he hands over 2 silver.
Okay.
And Queglod, you earned 6 copper pieces from that last one. Okay.
Okay, so I guess I made 1 copper profit total for the first round.
Yep. Dexterity check from everybody.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god! I'm so bad at this game.
Oh, natural 20 from Chronicle. he
I've got
as
Whitney.
as this is beginning, you go in. Malcolm, you begin hooking up a few ducks. Queglod, you're finding it a little bit more difficult this time, as Behold is trying to go for the same ducks as you are. Before Chronicle swoops in and snatches a few of yours. Behold, you're getting very annoyed that Chronicle's teasing you like this.
I try and smack his fishing pole.
Okay, make an attack roll. You whack his fishing pole out of the way. He's gonna have disadvantage on this next one. Dexterity check from everybody. Oh, that's a 3 on his part.
Well,
Oof.
Oh, out of this again. As you smack Chronicle's fishing rod out of the way, you hit his hand. He goes, oof. And he pulls the fishing rod back for 1 round. As you swiftly go in, you hook two ducks successfully, and you pull them to you. Behold. You managed to get another few with yours, Malcolm, adding to your previous total. And Queglod, you're finding it a little bit difficult, but you managed to hook 1 duck, and as you look at it, the base of it says no prize. Okay, and 1 more roll, please. Chronicle rolls another natural 20.
oh my
A
god.
little better.
What'd you roll, Infernal?
10,
10?
8.
Okay, you'll manage to hook
14.
1 or 2 more, but Chronicle's going through and he's just like picking them up one by one with his hook. He seems to have gotten the hang of it, and he's got a swing in, and he's swinging it in and hooking them up and flicking them over his shoulder. And as he goes through, he's won a total of 1 silver piece from his lot. And he takes that back.
Practicing.
Behold, you manage to win 2 copper pieces. Queglod, you win 1 copper piece, and Malcolm, you managed to win 4 copper pieces.
Yeah.
Gold or copper?
Copper.
Gold pieces. This is a
Yeah,
game for
they're
children.
useless money.
This is a high profit, high stakes game. I don't know what
Yeah,
you're talking
exactly. It's like gambler's choice.
But you can
You
fight
know
with
what
your
was
friends.
higher stakes? That dunking, and that was without the bet.
Oh man. So, you finished that game up. Elsyan, did you want to look for anything while they're busy playing Hook a Duck?
No, I'm not just watching, just thinking to myself comically how I travel around with a group of children.
You chuckle to yourself.
Oh.
You chuckle to yourself, and you find it a little bit difficult to compose yourself when the rest of them come back because you've been messing with Behold's fishing line through that first round.
I was about to say.
Every time Behold's messed up, I've just been like, just do some telekinesis, just flicking away
Yep.
from the duck slightly, just from...
You've just been messing around ever so slightly, just to annoy him, but he doesn't know.
Malcolm was in like this.
Go on then, Malcolm. Let's see. Actually, no, you weren't there for the first round, so you wouldn't know.
Yeah, I know.
All right, so
You've got no proof anyway. CCTV doesn't exist.
yeah,
CCTV doesn't exist, right?
scrying does, and technically it does because you've seen Regan's floating sentry orbs that have been going around the place.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, fair enough.
So
Does Behold seem like the people riding big shit like animals?
oh, what, the parade's starting?
Yes.
Yes, you do. As you're looking around, you can see the parade's beginning to start, and people begin clearing the main ways through town as they pull to each side. You can see, on the first thing, you can see a large elephant currently pulling what looks to be a large cart behind it, and you can see various Tazuki in different wear currently standing there, like presenting their costumes and so on. You can see a few of them are doing mild acrobatics in the area, leaping from building to building, doing some kind of a show and putting it on a bit. It is very well executed and very well done. No one seems to slip up at all as they're going through. You see elvish dancers coming through as they have their ribbons and they're swirling them around, and they catch the attention of a few of you, but it's a display, but it's nothing more, and you don't feel any like need to
Okay,
follow or watch. As you're
Malcolm,
through.
Yes.
can I go 10 gold?
10 gold?
Yes.
Sure.
Thank you.
You have 10 gold. Now, Elsyan, do you take this opportunity to tell him that he owes you like another 200 and something gold?
You know what? I'm not gonna take it in drips and drabs. I'm just gonna leave it. He's like, no. Besides, it's like, what, he owes me 500 gold. He's paid 230.
Yeah, you got a bit to
So,
go. So,
270.
Alright, I go to the nearest meat selling stand, if there's any.
yeah, there are a few.
I go there and buy 10 gold worth of meat.
Okay.
Where are you getting this 10 gold from?
He stole it.
I
from
got
the
it
store.
from
The
Malcom.
gold that he just got that I'm not taking because I'm not. Elsyan's evil. He's not mean.
Okay. Are you gonna buy it regardless?
Well, does it look like good meat?
It's good meat, yeah.
But what?
Okay. So you're gonna buy these then?
What are they? Do I know?
Yeah, it's general meat like beef, bacon, salted foods, cooked meats, that sort
Yeah,
of thing.
shit. Fuck. I don't remember. Should have written this down.
Jerky?
Huh?
Are you looking for a particular type of meat, or?
I don't remember. Fuck. What? Yeah. I'll just buy general
Okay.
beef and stuff.
Okay, so the rest of you watch as Bhold carries back 5 whole roasted chickens, 3 slabs of ham, and pockets full of cooked bacon. And he's just munching
Trust
on
me
it.
on
He's just
this, I have a
munching on the
great
chicken as
idea.
he goes.
I'm gonna go back to the Under Tower.
Oh, oh, that's what you're doing.
Oh.
Oh, that's what you're doing.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes.
I see.
Okay. So you're beginning to head back to the Under Tavern. Chronicle's like, do you not want to watch the show, Bhold?
I'll be back in a bit.
Okay. You head off on your own back to the Under
Alright
Tavern.
Malcolm's gonna lean up against a building and start playing his pamp.
Okay. You begin playing your pamphlet. Give me a performance check.
Let me just set it quick.
Okay. Sasha, are you doing anything at this time? If you're about.
I guess he'd be right back.
Yeah, I guess you still be right back.
Mm.
Okay. You play it well. You match and you copy some of the carnival music that's being played as individuals are going along. You see different extravagant designs, big, blown out of proportion, feather dresses and large, like, kind of animated suits, balloons and that sort of thing flying through the sky. Some mages maintaining it with gust of wind spells and that sort of thing. And individuals are generally enjoying themselves as they're going. You play your pan flute. One individual flicks a silver piece at your feet.
I got a silver piece! Yay!
Please clap.
So,
I guess I'm gonna just keep.
do any of the rest of you want to do anything special? While Behold's on his errand, or no?
No, I'll just stay with Chronicle, I guess. We've got the show coming up soon, I guess.
The show's currently taking place, so
Yeah.
yeah. So you stand around for the next 2 hours enjoying yourself and watching the show.
Also, I'm going to be right back very quickly.
We'll actually use that time to take a quick beer back break. So, we'll be back in 5 or so minutes. So go grab your snacks, go grab your drinks, and so on, and we'll be back shortly.
Chris, can you come back?
Screw you guys. We're back.
Right here, right now, on stream. Go
Yes.
Chris,
How
supposed
good
to
you-
say this sort of thing.
How could I say this sort of thing? I'll just send Infernal to the Silken Serpentine. He'll enjoy it. Go into,
Yes, he will. That's
into
the point
very,
of-
very
that's the point of this
vague
episode.
detail.
Hmm.
Anyway,
on.
So-
Tell
Who
me some of
really
that
knows
vague
what
detail.
happens down there?
no one knows. Who knows? We'll see. Anyway, so, as you're all enjoying the carnival, Bhold comes back. Less meat this time. He kept a chicken for himself. He's currently eating the remains of it. And as you're all going along, Sasha, are you catching up with them, or are you doing something else?
I'm still heading to the library, mate.
Okay, you head to the library and you do your own thing. As you get to the library, you enter in. There's no one in there other than one person. Seems everybody's out enjoying the festival.
Excellent. I'm going to be. I want to look for any books on Aturan and getting in touch with gods and sort of like new convert type situation of like how to get in touch with gods for dummies.
Okay. Go ahead and make your investigation check. On your part, Malcom, I would like you to make a perception check with advantage because they're not going to try and hide from a pan flute wielding tiefling.
That would be 12.
Okay, so as you're looking around, you do see one suspicious individual in a side alley, and they catch your attention. They do seem to be looking in your party's general direction, but they don't seem to have noticed you. Mainly, they're looking at Elsyan. You get the gist.
Alright, I'm gonna try and get Behold's attention without being too subtle about it.
Do you mean without being too obvious?
Yes, without being,
Yeah.
without being too obvious.
No, that's fine.
Look, I
Without
have
being too
problems with
subtle.
words.
Bhold!
I have issues with words, alright?
Okay. How are you going to try and get his attention?
I'm gonna have Featherwing fly onto his shoulder and kind of like nudge towards.
Okay. Featherwing flies over, nudges against you, Behold.
Hello there, Featherwing. What do you want?
There's a little bit of chirping and clicking, keeps rubbing the side of your head before like looking in general direction of where Malcom is.
I turn and look at Malcom.
You turn and look at Malcom. Featherwing begins to take off. You've noticed the individual who's in the side alley hasn't really taken notice of this. They seem to be very fixed on Elsyan.
I'm gonna, Behold. Will you come with me for a minute?
Sure, what's up?
There's somebody that we need to have a word with.
Oh,
But-
okay.
Yeah, just follow me, and I'm gonna try and try to get closer to him without letting them know that I'm coming over towards them, and I'm also gonna have Arachne leave me and go up a building to try and cut him off the other way of the alley.
Okay, stealth check from the two of you, and stealth check for Arachne with advantage. So stealth check from each of you. I'm gonna say with advantage because she is distracted, so advantage all round.
I don't think I need it.
So this is for me.
You don't need it, Behold. You blend in. You manage to make yourself a little bit more difficult to see. Malcom, you're there with a purpose, and you make it very, very subtle. Arachne's just out of sight. She's gone. She
I have no clue.
disappears up the side.
I have no clue what's happening, but I'm stealthy.
Yeah, you're both very stealthy as you're moving through.
Alright.
As you get closer, you're within maybe about 5 feet of her, and the figure seems to be very fixed on Elsyan still.
Alright, I'm gonna... I would have taken my staff back out
Yeah,
by now,
yeah,
right?
you'd still have it.
Yeah, I'm gonna like take my staff and swing towards him. What? I'm gonna like activate Shillelagh when I started getting closer to him, and then hit him with it.
Okay, make an attack roll. I'm gonna say with advantage because this is unseen attacker. Okay. Total?
That's +7.
Okay, yeah, that definitely beats their reflexes. As she just about sees it coming, there's a whack and a crack straight into the side of her left rib. She buckles a bit. There's a as the main portion of the shillelagh smashes into the side of her. She's pushed back and she staggers into the side alley. Behold, you see this happen.
I'm gonna yell at. I'm gonna tell Behold, we need to capture her.
What did you do?
I'll explain it later. Just capture her.
Okay.
Also running it.
With this going on, from what was previously said, do you remember what the individual said to you before, Malcom?
To take them to. I believe they said to take them to. One of them, or try to get one of their attention. One of them's attention.
Yeah. So I'm just letting you know, just so you remember.
Yeah.
So, as you swing in with your shillelagh striking against the side of her, she staggers into the back and she looks at both of you kind of with fear in her eyes and a little bit of confusion before her eyes dart to your orange bandana or the orange scarf, and she's going to cast a spell.
Can I try and run in and grab her?
Okay, make a grappling check. And this will be with... Yeah, just a straight grapple check actually for this. She's going to make an acrobatics check to try and dodge it. Okay, you win by far. I rolled a 12, even with a +5 versus that monster. I don't know. You go in and you grapple round her, and as she tries to finish off the spell, it disperses off into the air. Unhand me!
Who are you?
It's none of your business.
It is my business, and I'm gonna. While doing that, I'm gonna kind of look back and see if I can find anybody that. See if I can find anybody to notify.
Okay. What's your AC, by the way?
Who's this?
Yours, Malcom.
16.
Okay. She spits in your general direction, but misses as you turn. As you turn and you're looking around, you do notice this gesture. And behold, you squeeze a little bit tighter, holding her in place.
Alright, do I see anybody that I can try and get the attention of?
Give me a perception check.
I'm like bear hugging her from behind.
Yeah.
Oh,
Looking
apparently
around,
not.
Looking around, you can't see anybody around at the moment that's currently supporting the orange scarf.
What did you do, Malcolm?
There have been people trying to get into the Undercity that shouldn't be there, and I'm wanted to find out if this was one of them, because yeah. So are you?
What?
She's gonna say unhand. Behold, I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw, please. Now, if I'm correct, I think it's a second level spell.
My wisdom saving throw is +1.
I'm just making sure that it is a wisdom saving throw. I'm fairly certain it's that or charisma. Wisdom saving throw, yeah.
Yeah, this is for command.
Yeah.
This is for suggestion, actually, but...
Oh, suggestion.
Yeah.
12.
You lose versus her DC. You let go of her. You ungrapple and she drops to the ground and she's going to attempt to sprint away.
Alright, and Arachne is gonna try and jump on her from the rooftop.
Okay, give me an attack roll for Arachne. I'm going to say a straight roll because she's dropping down a distance.
Spider.
But she's also got the unseen advantage, so just a regular roll for this.
Okay.
Okay. As Arachne jumps down off of the rooftops, the individual sees it coming and kind of spins in the air, almost placing their hand on the ground to support before flipping themselves over as Arachne fails to land on top. Arachne is down in the alleyway nearby. The rest of the party at this point has noticed that the others are missing.
Arachne is gonna try to bloodshot.
Okay, she's going to try and bloodshot, and I am going to cast a spell.
And
how long does this last, by the way? The suggestion?
The suggestion lasts until the action is complete, so it fades now.
Okay. Do I realize what happened?
Yeah, she used a spell on you to cause you to release her and to effectively let her go, so she could make a run for it.
And Featherwing's also gonna try and fly up the stinger.
Okay. Featherwing's flying, he's not quite within range. Arachne's bloodshot, make an attack roll, please.
Let me just check and see what the modifier is for that real quick.
Should be the same as your dex.
Alright, so...
Okay. That hits as it slices through the back portion of her leg with a very thin thread wrapping around and then slicing away from it. As you watch as her form goes invisible, you see a trail of blood leading away.
I'm gonna chase her.
Okay, chasing the blood. You make a full sprint after it, overtaking Featherwing as you're going.
Arachne is also gonna try and chase from
grab where the blood is dropping from.
Okay.
So this disadvantage.
As she turns one of the corners, you see you don't see, but she hesitates and she moves in one direction. As you go around the corner, I'd like you to make a grapple check with disadvantage because she's invisible. She'll get to make an acrobatics check against this.
Never mind.
No, lucky for her, she got a 4. So as you go to grapple, you swing at midair, and as you lean into it a little bit, you crash into the wall at the side, losing your momentum as you watch as the blood trail leads away. Arachne and Featherwing are just about able to keep up, but they can't land any attacks any from further away.
Just...
I'd have said
Can
that
I
you're probably
see which way
as well.
she's going?
She's leading out into the street. She's trying to make herself a little bit more concealed in the open people.
Alright, before she gets there, in the general direction that she's going, I'm going to use Entangle.
Okay. So that's a what? Strength saving throw on her part?
Uh-huh.
Okay. That is a 11, so she fails that.
She fails.
As she goes up, these vines wrap up, striking at the leg where the wound is, and wrapping around it. As this happens, you watch as she squints in pain, and her invisibility fades as she falls to the ground. You watch her leg is still bleeding from the bloodshot.
And I want Featherwing. Oh, I want Arachne to tackle her to try and knock her down, and Featherwing to try and sting her.
Okay. Acrobatics with disadvantage, doesn't matter, that's a natural 1, so she fails and she's pinned to the ground by Arachne. And then the sting attack from Thing with advantage because she is prone. And then I will roll the Constitution saving throw now because I'm going to assume that it's going to hit. Okay.
Yeah.
Constitution saving throw wise, I'm going to say that's with disadvantage because of the natural 20, which does help, that makes it a 10.
I believe that fails. I believe it's 15.
I think for sleep it's 13, but it would still fail on a 10. She falls asleep and unconscious as the vines wrap around her, and Arachne is currently standing on her back, on her chest, holding her to the ground.
I'm gonna try and.
She's asleep for 1 minute.
I'm gonna quickly get to her and tie her up with rope.
Okay. You go up, you tie her up with rope. Behold, you're there, and you see this invisible form asleep on the ground.
Malcom, what the fuck are you doing?
I can explain more in a bit. Just give me just make sure she doesn't get away while I find somebody to get her.
Okay.
And I'm gonna...
This looks very suspicious.
Look, I can explain later. Just... There's no time to waste right now.
Fine. I'll wait.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go look for somebody to try and get her again.
Okay, give me a survival check with advantage here. Or say a perception check with advantage, sorry. You're looking for somebody and you've currently got time on your hands. Okay, looking around, you do see someone and you grab their attention. A few individuals shortly after you do that, a few individuals come down from the rooftops and come down into the area around you. Good work. We'll get her back to the underground. Make sure that she hopefully tells the truth. Might enlighten a little bit more. Good job there.
Can I ask how the situation is? Is it any different than previous attempts?
Not entirely. Unfortunately, we haven't managed to get too much out of them. Apparently they've brought a little bit more forces than they did last year, which might suggest they might try something, but we're not sure. Be careful. If you see any more, obviously capture them and let us know. We're all around the place, but we can't see everybody. There are quite a few hiding in the crowd, so watch out. Those ones will be harder to get. You really leave those to us.
Alright, well... Thank you for coming to get her.
No issues. Gives a nod, and you watch as one of them pulls open a portable hole and they just kick her body in, and she's currently tied up in the rope, and they say, "We'll bring the rope back if you want it."
I do.
And they close up the portable hole with her inside, and they make their way back, and they make their way out of the alleyway, leaving you two alone in there.
Alright, Bhold. Now I can explain what's going on.
Queglod and Elsyan, you've noticed that they've been gone for a little bit, and you're not sure where.
Okay, I'm gonna have Felipe do a low fly over the nearby area just to have a look for them.
Okay, give me a perception check with advantage, because they are there. That's whether Felipe notices them or not.
I assume she's using his stats.
He's using his stats, yeah.
Yeah.
So I believe that's like an 11. Yeah, with them not attempting to hide, you easily fly over and you spot them, and you know exactly where they are, and you communicate this with Elsyan.
Yes, there they are. Okay. Yeah, are they heading back over here, or?
Currently they're standing in the alleyway, and you see Malcom talking to Bhold.
Okay, I'll probably go check over on them, just make sure they're all right.
Okay. Elsyan, you going with?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll go with.
Alright then.
Okay, so.
Yes.
Sasha.
Yar.
Looking around the library, you do find a few places, or a few books that are religion for dummies, and it explains the basics, and it has like it's kind of like a child's book almost. It has like it has a few pictures of illustrations of the deities. It has the names, and that sort of thing, and you're just looking through and all that. It only seems to list good or neutral gods. It doesn't seem to list any evil ones there. For obvious reasons.
Yeah. Right. So I'm kind of just being like looking up for like how to get someone in touch with a god who isn't already in touch with a god. Like what's the best way to go about that? And seeing if there's anything specifically on a Turan, as I said previously.
Okay. Looking through, it seems to mention going to a known cleric or priest in a shrine or temple. Those will be the ones who will be able to aid you in getting in touch with the god. Otherwise, trying to do it yourself can lead to very dangerous paths, and it does specify that it should not be tried unless you are being guided or assisted by a priest or cleric.
Hello.
And then with reference to a Turan, it basically speaks of that it... Actually, no, a Turan wouldn't be in here.
Right.
You notice that the primal dragons aren't in here. Turan, Silencia, Melazong, and Tunari aren't in here.
Anything about Metalin?
Metalin isn't either, surprisingly.
Well, that's not right. Well, do I know of any like points of power that are like or shrines or anything that the nearest shrine or whatever that would be devoted to a Turan or at least even partially?
That's the closest one you know, and it's where you lived for 4 years. So
Yeah.
that's the closest one that you know of. There might be more, but you aren't sure. You have been told that there are more, according to your goal, but you aren't sure where.
Alright, well, I guess it's time to use my next third level spell slot.
Okay.
Oh, this is going to be difficult in 25 words.
I'll let you figure that out while I go back to the rest. So, Malcom and Bhold, you're talking to one another?
Yes. Bhold, see, what was going on was the group she works with, every year they attack the Undercity. And I was asked if I saw any to capture them and turn them in to get information from them.
Oh, okay. You should have said that from the start.
I should have, but we were kind of time constrained. Didn't want them to notice.
It's at this point Queglod knows you that you walk around the corner and you see the two of them there. You also see a line of blood leading down the way where they've just been.
What the hell has happened here?
You two haven't been fighting, have you? What happened?
I'm gonna look towards Elsyan. Capturing somebody that was pretty much fixated on looking at you.
At me? Oh, dead. By the mask, oh god. Right, that's probably to do with my mother.
Anything we should be worried about?
Not really. Just doing what I was asked to do. If I saw somebody like that, I was to capture him and turn him in. I asked Bhold to help me.
They tend to, things are well underhand that trying to upset the festivities. They tend to do this every year, from what I understand.
Yes. They're trying to poke holes in the Undercity. They don't want the Undercity to be there.
Yes, it is a big amount. There are issues. Some higher ups within the Undercity are the ones leading the operations to counter them. Not just here, but in various places. It's a mess, but I don't think any major issues have happened so far. Although, if one's seen me, then others might have done as well.
Probably. So we better keep an eye out.
We definitely need to go keep an eye out. Also, has anyone seen the governor in a while?
No.
Because he might
Can't
also...
claim to have been paying much attention to him, I'm afraid.
Well, neither have I, which is why I'm asking. It might be an idea if we just make sure that he's alright. I can't imagine that we would know about it by now if he had some issues, but yes, we should probably go. Just make sure.
He's probably about the town.
Probably.
It may be difficult to get close to him.
Well,
But with
true.
the festivities, he'll likely be protected.
Well, yes.
If
But
you...
I have a personal connection with him. I
True,
met him on
okay.
his first day. You should at least trust me somewhat.
Going to grab a drink. We'll be back.
Okay.
Alright, so I suppose we're gonna be talking to the governor.
Yep, I think we'll go find the governor.
You're gonna go find the governor.
Smart.
Yeah, fine. Well, that's what Elsyan's gonna do. If the others want to come along, they can, obviously.
Okay. Where do you search first?
Well, just before we head off, I'm going to go and tell Chronicle that we're heading off.
Okay.
That he can,
Chronicle's standing right next to you. He's just like, oh.
Oh, he came with us.
Yeah.
Well,
He's very sneaky in plate armor.
well, that's easy.
Much like Sasha's. Clank, 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 clank.
Indeed. So, yes, if you want to meet up later, we can do. Carnival will be going on for a while, so I'll enjoy myself, and I'll meet you back at the Undercity.
Yes, I'm sure you can find ways to take up your own time.
Indeed. Well, good luck.
Yes, have a good day.
Okay, so you proceed to go about your business. You head over to where?
B, that's the major issue.
Don't they usually have like their specific places that they are usually at, like the High Marshal and his fortress, the High Templar and the barracks? Wouldn't he have a certain place that he normally be as well?
Normally, but he might be out and about during the festival.
Yeah, seeing what there is. Definitely said he would have been out the past couple of days. Looking through the markets. But, yes. I'm sure if we look for the largest collection of guards, we'll probably find him.
I suspect so.
I think what's probably going to happen, Chris, is we're going to just wander around.
Okay, in a group or are you separating up?
Well, I'll be sending Felipe off somewhat on his own to like scout a little further.
Okay, so you'll need to be carried by
gonna-
Bhold to do that, and as well as see.
Yeah.
Through Felipe's
Yeah, I'm
eyes.
gonna do the same thing with Featherwing, except I'm not gonna see through Featherwing's eyes since he can just,
do it himself.
he can telepathically talk to me.
Okay, so I would like a perception check from Featherwing, from Felipe, from Elsyan with disadvantage, and Behold with disadvantage.
Was that me with
Oh,
disadvantage?
yes.
A 19 on my end.
Okay, so 19 on
Double-checking.
your end. Looking around, you can't seem to see him in your local area. He doesn't seem to be in this part of town. You're fairly near the center with all the carnival stuff going on and all the games. He doesn't seem to be in the central part of town, so at least that locks that portion down.
Yes, he's definitely not here.
Perhaps split. I guess we could have Featherwing look more to the south and Felipe look more to the north.
Yes, alright then. Where are the rest of us going to go? Should we head off with them, or simply wait here?
We could. I guess we could look more west, and then the only possible place would be to the east.
It might also be an idea if we check with the High Templar and the High Marshal, because they'll probably know the location of the governor.
Yes. Other than that, does anyone know what other events are on at the moment? That might narrow things down. It's unlikely to be in a random
If
location.
only you had Chronicle with you to tell you what was on today.
Well, from my
Well,
knowledge,
he's
what
been
would I
very busy and he needs his rest.
He's
so...
picking up brochures, that's all he's doing. He's wandering
Well-
around picking up leaflets.
He spent a lot of time dealing with our shit. Okay.
Yeah, he's
That
he's been in deep cover for like his entire life. So
He's
let him have some
allowed
time
to
off.
rest.
Okay.
Let him rest.
From my knowledge, what would I know would be happening?
The carnival's probably the main attraction from what you know from previous years. Other than that, generally there isn't too much that goes on during this part of the day, other than maybe the competitions. So the strongman competition, the archery competition, and the performance competition.
Guess I'll delay everything. So the biggest event would have to be the carnival, I guess, or the parade thing, whatever. Yeah, that.
The carnival
Probably
generally
worth-
goes through the center of town, which is where you just were.
It's probably the best place to look. We can have Philippe and Featherwing fly over the whole parade pretty quickly. Try and get a good sense for where different sorts of people are.
Okay.
Okay. I would like you two to make perception checks again then. And I need to roll a perception check on my part. Okay.
Oof.
Okay.
I got it.
Yeah, as Featherwing's flying over, he's looking around. You don't see. You're looking for the governor, right? Not the other ones. Was that who you're looking for?
I believe that's who we were looking for.
Yeah, we're looking for the governor.
Okay, so the
Go-
you
just-
as you're flying around, you do see you see a troop of guards, and there's the High Marshal standing around. You can see with him there is also Regan and the governor. And as Featherwing flies close, you watch as a orb flies up to the face of Featherwing, and begins like zipping around and looking at Featherwing straight on as Featherwing stops in its place.
It's unfortunate that Featherwing can't write while in the air. Or it doesn't have anything to write on at that
Only
time.
there was a 3rd level spell called Skywrite, which a druid could take. Oh wait,
Called what?
Skywrite. You literally
I never
write
heard
in the
of it.
clouds.
I
Where
didn't
was
hear
that passive
this.
aggressive class?
I know I am.
Also, it's passed somewhat relevantly. If only Skyrite was useful.
I guess you're right. That's true also, but it's useful in some senses. Also, I don't actually. Wait, is it not 3rd level?
You didn't say it in the list.
Oh no, 2nd level. Huh.
By the way, back now.
That's fine. Okay, welcome back.
Yeah.
The 2nd level, not 3rd level. That's why it wasn't mentioned. So, as you see the orb flies up to you and it watches your, and it watches Featherwing.
I guess Feathering tells me that he found him.
Yeah, from this distance, you know where he is.
Found him. And I guess I point in the direction.
Okay, you begin heading in that direction. Is Featherwing going to stay where he is?
Featherwing's going to start coming back towards me.
Okay. As this happens, the orb continues to follow Featherwing.
That's what I was hoping to happen.
And as Featherwing gets back to you, the orb stops, spins, and then travels alongside you guys as you're moving through the crowd. And eventually you reach a circle of guards, and you see the 3 high individuals standing there, looking around.
Okay, Elsyan, take it away. This was your idea.
Shit. No, I don't want to do that.
Look, it was.
I
your
was just wanted to look around just to make sure that the governor was okay? Because he is a target and they're old enough to stand there directly looking at me. Anyway. So I'm just to remind me, I'm face first with the governor now, or what?
No, you're on the outside of a circle of guards.
Ah. Well then.
Who have formed what I can only describe as a shield
I-
wall.
Well then, I see you formed a shield wall. My name is Elsyan Aleuir. I have met your governor before. I am also a friend of Aleuir's. May you let us pass, please?
The governor like gestures over and the guards separate and they create a pathway for you to walk through.
Hello there, governor. I see you've got more than sufficient security.
Indeed. So, how can I help? Seeing as you're seeking us out in the festival.
Yeah, I personally was just wondering how you were.
We're
Seems to be quite a
enjoying the
lot of-
festival? If that's what you mean, I've been showing our new governor around a bit more. He gives a nod. The rest of you who haven't seen the governor before, you see a was it tiger? Was it cheetah?
Yes, it was a
Yeah,
tiger.
tiger. You see a tiger tabaxi wearing a tuxedo. Try saying that 3 times faster.
Tiger Tabaxi, why you just succeed?
Yeah.
You already messed
Tiger
up the first one.
Yeah, it's not easy. So there's
Shut up.
there's a
Shut
tiger
up,
tabaxi
Alex.
wearing a nice fashionable tuxedo and standing there, top hat as well, cane, and giving a nod. Very much like Elsyan's formal wear that he sometimes wears when he can't be
Oh, yeah,
bothered to wear
that's-
his casual wear.
That's what I was wearing now. I'm always in the fanciest clothes I have.
We
Yeah.
all know that it's just when he runs out of clothes that needs what the rest of the people
Yep,
are showing.
exactly. So as you're there, he gives a nod and goes, "It's good to see you again, Elsyan.
You too, governor.
So, have you been enjoying the festival?"
I have, quite frankly, although there does seem to be a number of unsavories about this year.
Oh? How so?
Just a few troublemakers. Nothing that can't easily be dealt with.
There are always troublemakers around town. That's nothing we can't handle.
Exactly. But I just decided to see how you were doing, sir.
I'm doing fine. This is the governor, by the way, talking.
Yeah,
I'm fine. Nothing too difficult. The house is being repaired slowly but surely, but nothing more. I've been bunking with the marshal. He has unique tastes, shall we say.
No, how so?
I'm not fond of the wine, I must admit. And
Like the wine, personally.
I'm not really one for intellectual games, all that much. Dragon chess isn't for me. Game of cards and dice. But hanging around with Regan is fun, but there's a lot of hammering and sounds of forge work and marching. Not my kind of thing.
So, do you know how long it will take for your home to be rebuilt?
It should be done in maybe 3 or 4 days. They're working on it
Ah.
quite hard. They've got a crew of about 20 on it at the moment, so it's coming along.
Well, if there's any help you might need with that, I'm sure we would be willing to help.
Well, I've met with
Something
Roe. I see you all have as well. Nodding towards your orange scarf.
Oh.
The
Indeed.
scarf that I'm not wearing right now.
I thought you have it like
No, actually, no.
hidden.
Oh no, I do have. Sorry,
You
I'm
have it
thinking of
tucked away,
different
only a
thing.
tiny bit is showing.
Yeah, so I'm thinking of the sandy skull, which it is not. So I get very confused with things.
That's fine. But yes, I've met with Roe. She's excitable, and I think I might bunk there a few times, but I've been told it's more dangerous down there, so I'm not allowed.
No, there's no real issues from down there, but I'm sure that your security team knows best.
If only you knew.
Well, why don't you enlighten me then? I don't believe we've met. And he hands a clawed hand out to you, Malcolm.
My name's Malcom.
Ah, this is the spider one that you're trying to get a permit for, then. Looking at Regan and Dragon is kind of looking off to the distance, watching the carnival. What? What do you mean? Well, you said you wanted to get him a permit so we could keep creatures in the town. Because that spider of his is growing a bit big. Oh, yeah, I meant to speak to you about that, but we'll handle that when the festival's over.
Oh, okay. It's actually...
Oh.
Well, the same.
Wait, these guys are the in charge ones, right?
Yeah, the High Marshal, the High Governor, and the High Templar.
Am I here?
Hmm?
Am I here?
Yeah,
with
yeah.
them?
All of you are here except
Yeah,
for
we're
Sasha,
here,
who's
yeah.
off reading books.
Nerd.
What?
By the way, is there any way I can get a permit to ride Bessie?
Who's Bessie exactly?
Oh, Bhold, don't embarrass me in front of the governor. Don't embarrass me in front of
And
You guys don't know?
Aleuir looks over and goes, "No, please enlighten us."
Oh, don't worry about it then.
That's not an option. I would like you to make an intelligence saving throw, please. He's going to try and he's going to force you to tell the truth.
embarrass me in front
And
of the
actually,
governor.
you know what? He's going to do one worse. He's going to force you with disadvantage because he's going to sacrifice a little bit of his health to do so. Ah, almost that one. It's still a fail because you know DC of 18. It's a bit difficult to meet. Who's
This is a big dog.
a big dog?
Yes.
Do explain. In what way?
Well, she's a big dog that protects the city underground.
I see. Thank you for that. I'll keep that in mind.
She's very nice though. She won't hurt anyone.
I'm sure.
Anyone else getting like a Hagrid vibe here?
In
Yes.
in Malcolm's head, he's just thinking, as long as you guys are part orc, you'll be fine.
None
Wait,
of
as
them
long
are
as
part
what?
orc. You weren't there when Malcolm spoke to Bessie and had a very intriguing conversation about orcs. So,
Malcolm's just gonna nudge Behold. You really shouldn't bring her up.
I thought they knew.
It's not best to assume that type.
Well,
Well,
Malcolm, was
she
there anything
then
else you
said
wanted to
the
bring up?
higher ups knew.
This had nothing to do with me. Elsyan wanted to find him. Elsyan
Ah,
found
yes.
Don't blame me for this. I was just wanted to make sure that everything was okay and the governor wasn't missing or something, and they weren't telling people just to, stop panic. Okay?
are you saying this
That
out loud
was
to the
Elsyan's
rest of
role.
them? Trust me, if they'd captured me, they'd be dead by now. You know what we're capable of.
Yes, well,
We don't need to wave our hands in the air to cause damage.
that is true. I'm just
Well, if they
Paranoid
captured
as it
me,
is.
they'd have a very hard time keeping an eye on me, let's say that much.
I'm sure they would, sir, but
And if
Let's
they
just
captured
say-
me, I don't know what I'd do.
of course you would. I presume that's Dragon.
Yeah, that's reckon.
Of course you would. Don't worry about it. Anyway,
I mean, he
it's-
could become a Sasha Cannonball.
Become a Sasha
Who's
Cannonball.
Reagan?
He's the dwarf, the High Templar. He kind of relies on his automatons to do his work for him, so he's kind of not
But
very
Bonnie,
good.
Oh, how is Jumbo?
You're not there.
You're not there.
Yeah, ask him. Ask him.
No,
No,
that's
changing who I'm
metagaming.
using my
You're
sending
you're
on.
head deep in a book right now. Speaking of which,
See, this is what happens when you decide to learn things instead of join us on adventures.
so
No, I've actually worked out my message now.
Okay, go ahead. What are you going to send, and who are you sending it to?
I'm sending it to Osric.
Okay.
That is his name, right?
Yes. Osric. Osric or Osric?
Oh. It was one or the other.
Yeah.
Okay. The one who's my teacher.
Yeah.
In Adamanthia, trying to connect someone to a Tauran. Died briefly, resurrected, gifted some warmth inside by a Tauran. Looking to visit when can, gather Mysterium components.
Okay.
25 words exactly.
Yes, yeah, exactly. I was counting along and I was like, okay, I think that was okay. I lost count during the middle because I accidentally counted resurrect as 2 words, and I was like, wait, hold on, no, I've got to go back. No, you're going too fast. so
No, I'm using a word counter and it's 25.
yeah, so I lost count at the end of that, but that should be fine. There's a reply of... Oh, man. Okay, let's see. I need to roll an intelligence check to see if he knows where some shrines are. Shrine in Drakenforge.
It's mildly closer.
Try there. Why did you die, you idiot? Why are you alive? And how? You idiot.
You're wasting words on you idiots. I can't send it to him because I'm
He
running out of spell
doesn't
slots.
care.
But let me tell you.
Be careful what you say. Bad. It's 25 words.
It can be less than 25 words, you know.
Doesn't matter. He had something else to say, and he's finished on bad.
Right. Well, he's got his own spell slots to spend now. Now that he knows that I know the spell and can answer him and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
he is going to actually use sending back on you.
Mhm.
The Turan is primal deity. Is illegal in surface towns sometimes.
Is that the end?
No, I'm just trying to think if he's got anything else to say.
Okay.
What was the other thing you said about mixing with alloys and stuff?
Gather Mysterium components.
Okay.
Mysterium being the metal
Mysterial
I
and
made
platinum,
that-
yeah.
Yeah.
I will gather what I can for your Mysterium. How much would you like? When?
Okay.
And that's the end. You don't have another third level spell slot because you only have 2.
Yes, but I can. But since he used sending on me, I get to send him something back.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Okay. Good to know. No, wait.
I'll let you figure it out. So, while you're doing that, the rest of you are all hanging out with Aleuir and the High Governor and the High Templar. As the time goes by, unless you guys want to do anything in particular before the day ends.
Nope.
You guys
Really?
all relax with those 3. The Governor passes by one of the stalls and picks up what looks to be 3 large sticks with this like puffy white like cloud like powder on the outside, and just starts eating into it. I'd like you all to roll nature checks, I guess. You have advantage on this, Malcom, because you've got cooking utensils proficiency.
That's actually a 10. Whoops, no.
It was a 6, I saw.
Okay.
Okay, Malcom, this is candy floss.
Candy floss.
Bhold, what was yours?
14.
Okay. It's a sugary cloud thing. You don't know its exact name. Elsyan, same with you. You haven't really seen this before. And Queglod?
That was a... What was the check, sorry? Nature?
Nature.
Ooh. plus 5, so that was 17 total.
Okay, and you know this is candy floss as well. They used to sell it back in your hometown. And he's got 3 sticks of it, and he's currently munching down on one. He passes the other 2 to the High Marshal and the High Templar. High Templar looks at it for 1 minute, takes a bite out of it, and just goes, ugh. Any of you lot want this? I ain't gonna eat it.
I'll take it. Candy floss good.
Okay, he passes you a thing of candy floss. And Algair's currently eating it, and High Governor pulls his mouth away from it for a second and goes, you all might want to try this stuff. It's sugary if you've got a sweet tooth, but it's nice stuff. I would recommend it.
Is there a meat flavored one?
He looks at you with a mild confusion. No.
Another one in you.
He likes meat.
I can tell. But, all the same, if any of you are interested, you can buy them from over there. They are silver piece each. I can get one of the guards to go get them for you if you want. I'm not fussed.
How does it taste?
It's delicious. It's sugary. You're gonna have a toothache in about 2 more bites, but you don't care.
I'm just gonna keep eating.
You're gonna keep eating. Yep.
You guys definitely should try this. It's really good.
Any of you gonna go get candy floss?
Oh, I couldn't possibly have a whole thing of it.
They do kid sizes. They're about 5 copper if you're interested. No offense, but
Maybe.
kid
It's
sizes
good.
might be more your size if you think it might be too much.
Well, kid size is full size for me.
Come on, Elsyan. You know you want some.
Chris, what was the name of Osric's pet?
Making me look up like really old notes now. Hold on.
Who's Ostrich?
Yes,
You don't
I
need
will.
to know. You don't need to know about. What's his name? No. 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 No, wrong notes. Right, where am I looking now? Be around here somewhere. I need to sort out my notes at some point. Story notes. Let's try there. Actually, no. Let's try in character notes. It's probably there. Under Sasha. It was Osric and Scroocher.
Scroocher.
Who's Ostrich?
You don't know.
You don't know.
And you don't know about Scroocher. Oh man,
Right,
if only you knew
I
I
about
wanna know.
Scroocher. Maybe you should buy some candy floss instead.
Right, I've got it.
Elsyan will when it comes back out.
Thank you.
Okay.
Enough components to experiment. Okay, sorry, I'm kind of interrupting you. Go
Okay.
ahead and
Enough
do this.
components to experiment with.
Enough components to experiment.
Okay.
10 pounds or more of each. That's 10 pounds as one with the LBS.
Yeah,
symbol.
yeah, that's fine. 10 pounds.
Heading
or
on
more.
foot around / over mountains. 1-2 months, as in 1 to 2. Love to you and Scroocher. Sasha.
There's a tingle in his tummy.
Yeah, it is nice stuff. Elsyan, as you go over, you buying the adult size or the kiddie size? Same with you, Queglod.
I am going to be buying the adult size, for I am an adult.
Alright, it's 1 silver piece, please.
I will hand over 1 silver piece.
And Queglod?
I'll get a kiddie size, but I don't anticipate finishing it.
Okay. They're both very nice and sugary goodness, bad for your teeth. Delicious though. You don't fully finish yours, Queglod. You stop partway through. You want to leave a little bit of room for lunch and so on. You do like them sandwiches. And
Did you say these were candy floss?
Yeah.
Yes, okay, fine.
What?
thought of candy floss actually taking up room. Never mind.
Well, it's Queglod. She's small.
Very small. True.
Yeah.
True.
So you eat down most of it. You both very much enjoy yourself, and you spend the rest of your day doing what you would do. Sasha eventually joins you, I assume, unless you have anything else you wish to do, any of you?
Sasha's just going back to he's like can't find anything here, so it's just like, well, I guess I'll try and find the others.
Yeah, you eventually do. You find the guard, and you're let in to the rest of them.
Sasha! That was
Hello.
your trip.
Not overly helpful. I couldn't find my. Unfortunately, my friend had to leave unexpectedly, but I did manage to find some information about how to help with your shall we say dragon deity issue, and
Well, at this point, the governor and Aleuir both look at you. Regan's just too busy watching the carnival. He's just mesmerized by it.
yes, your issue with dragons. May
I ask
yes.
what you said?
There's what part?
About the dragon deity?
Which one are you talking about? Which one would you like to hear about?
Depends. What were you referring to?
They exist, and we're interested in them. We entered a crypt under the ground, and there was a image of a five-headed dragon there that seemed evil, and we got some info on it, and it turns out it's Tiamat, evil creature.
Where did you get into this dungeon?
It was in the Morban ruins. You're aware of those?
I am. I'm not.
Yes.
Would you like to enlighten me? This is the back.
I'm gonna at this point I'm going to use message.
Okay.
On Sasha.
Go ahead.
What are you saying?
You're going to need to be more discreet around them.
Ah. Well,
You can't
are
reply to this
aware-
message.
Right. You're aware of Morban as creatures, yes?
Yes, I am. Ratmen.
Yes.
Have you
Well,
tried
we
the
have-
Have you tried the Whack-a-Morban? It's quite fun.
I haven't.
There's also Whack-a-Diamole as well if you're fast enough.
Oh,
Oh,
damn.
there's Whack-a-Diamole. I'd actually be quite interested in that.
If you're looking for that, go north. But anyway.
How big is a dire mole? How big is a dire mole?
I guess I could explain it.
Diamoles are about medium sized. They're about 4 foot. They're pretty big, but a Whack-a-Diamole is effectively just a version of Whack-a-Mole, but it's not with Diamoles, because Diamoles are huge.
Oh.
Well, they're medium sized, but still. They're bigger than Queglod.
Could I ride a dire mole?
No.
Could Queglod ride a dire mole?
Yes.
Excellent.
She could also be eaten by one, so...
Well, there were some Morban ruins, and it just... There we found a bit that was a bit, locked off, and it had a mural of Tiamat in it.
Okay. They are both going to do insight checks on you, so I'd like you to do a deception check for me.
Did I say anything that was untrue?
No, not
fine.
really.
Persuasion check then. That's up to you. Okay.
With a plus 3? 2? 3? I can't remember. I'll double check.
Okay. Even so, the governor looks over and goes, "Your
Three.
story has a few holes in it, I can tell. You've got a few tells about you, and I can see that."
But I don't know how much we're supposed to say, but it seems like there were some necromancers at work there. But
I'll speak to Ro about this.
Apparently, some of that's supposed to be kept hush hush. But obviously, you lots should know, but I don't know who's listening.
Makes sense. And now keep this kind of thing on the down low. I'll investigate it tomorrow if you don't mind, Aleuir. I'll be coming with you, I think. This is something which concerns both of us. And you too, Regan. Huh? Oh, Sasha! Hello.
Hey, Regan! Oh, how's Jumbo?
Was
The
that-
one that threw me.
Well, he's good. He's on patrol at the moment. Traveling around with Giant at the moment.
I don't know how. Oh, is that Obbo by any chance, or
Snag.
Snag.
Snag?
No, it's the other one.
Rimph?
Rimp.
Oh, lovely. I've yet to meet Rimph. Well, if you
He's
see
quite
him,
nice.
I don't know how sentient Jumbo is. I'm calling him Jumbo now. I'm sorry. But
That's
if
fine.
he's in any way sentient, just give him a hello from me. I missed the fella.
He's vaguely sentient, so I'll give him a hello from you, of course.
Yes. Oh, by the way, have you heard about these dragon axes?
Where did you hear about those? That's... Have you been to the Dwarven capitals recently?
Not me, but we met someone who had been, and they showed us one.
Yes, I am aware of dragon axes. Generally they are Dark Tongue territory, so we don't go too much into it, but I am aware of them.
I just think they look very interesting and potentially could, well, I'd like to see about improving upon them.
They're also expensive. If you're going to try and get a right to one, then good luck with that. You know the Dark Tongues are secretive.
Yes, yeah. Well, it's always worth a try, and let's be honest, where would we be if we didn't have a little bit of determination in us to work things out?
Makes sense.
Determination.
You're filled with a sense of determination.
Oh.
I get that joke.
Yes.
Anyhow.
Indeed. With the
Yes,
carnival
anyway.
almost over, tomorrow will be interesting, but I'd say keep your eyes peeled. The 6th day is the one to watch out for. That'll be interesting. There'll be
What's happening on the 6th day?
the 6th day is the religious day. We've got someone coming in from across seas.
Ooh, do tell. I love a good bit of
He's
religion.
currently the head of the Church of Light over in the Fractured Belt Kingdoms.
Do I know the Church of Light?
I do.
What do they do?
They follow Motalin.
They're the ones that are trying to kill us.
Just not
Wait.
good.
Wait, who's trying to kill us?
Well, they
What?
don't.
Are
They
you
don't-
mentioning?
know
Are you,
about this,
mention-
Harlan?
are you mentioning this out loud to them?
No,
No,
not
God, no.
Okay, then
Well,
you can have this conversation later.
In and out of character.
Yes,
in and out of character, we
We
gotta
can have
have
this
that.
conversation
Ooh,
later.
I don't. Have I heard of them outside of this fact? Like,
You've
I-
heard, you
religion?
know of them generally. They were listed in that thing for dummy. Actually, no, they weren't listed in that thing for dummy. So no, you wouldn't know them too well. You
I
make a
have
religion
met
check if you're
them.
interested, but
I
this is
have
I
just
would
an
love
idea.
to make a religion check.
Yeah, actually, do I know this as well?
Yes,
They're part of the they're following us. Okay.
I believe it's everybody but Sasha who knows this because I believe Sasha was either not listening.
I know this.
I wasn't here and I wasn't there in
Okay.
character.
At this point, I'm gonna try and
15.
get Elsyan's attention. I'm gonna be very subtle and like sort of like point to my temple, and then gesture to his like forehead.
I'm going to set up.
Yes, there we go.
I'm going to set up a telepathic communication. Telekinetic communication, something completely different. That's
Okay.
just throwing letters at each other.
Sam, I'd
Oh
like you
my,
to make
but-
an intelligence check for me.
An intelligence check. Oh no, whatever shall I do?
Uh-oh. That's probably not a good idea.
Okay.
With
You
a
know, as
plus
Aleuir is a
4.
higher psionic than you, he could listen in if he realizes.
Yeah, I don't mind Aleuir listening in personally.
All right.
Yes.
So
Also,
he's
I
going
rolled
to
a
make an
15 on my
he's going to
religion.
make an insight. One of you helm a stealth check for this operation.
I mean, it's probably going to. It's
So
got, it's
Queglod-
kinda gotta
I'm
be-
gonna do it because I'll be the one to know to do this.
Okay,
Mm.
go ahead.
Okay.
On my natural 7 on his insight, he doesn't notice. So you make a telepathic communication with up to as many creatures as you wish within range.
Should do it.
I'm gonna make it with. I'm gonna initially make it with Queglod and double check that.
You can turn it on and off now that you know, so you can switch to. You can add people to it. I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
Think of it like a
Actually,
group
read
call.
that.
You can pull people in if necessary.
yeah. Should we get the others involved with this?
Yes, I have a few words I wish to say.
And I connect everyone else up.
Okay.
No one be alarmed. This is just a telepathic communication. Don't worry, I cannot read your thoughts.
Okay. It's at this point that
Yes.
Regan is talking over this. You're generally ignoring what he's saying over what
It's
Elsyan's saying.
probably best.
Regan's going into the deep history of what the Church of Light is about. All right, go ahead.
There's one thing, yes. You may all wish to be aware that the Church of Light are all followers of Mactarlin.
Who's
To any who,
in
to any who
mind.
didn't, to any who
Mo-
didn't
Mo-
know,
Talin, the yes, I mean I know Talin, of course.
yes, but to any who didn't know, the followers of Mactarlin are not particularly happy with us.
Well,
But
not
why?
us in general. It's
The Dawn
More-
Marshals.
the Dawn Marshals. Yes, they
That includes us.
they want to collect the Dawn. They want
wish
to collect the
Dawn
Dawn.
Marshals to be a Mactarlin-only organization.
And what were you going to say,
That
Malcolm?
goes directly against the teachings of Motar.
I was gonna
Sorry,
say
yeah, sorry to cut over your
also,
talk.
they also want to collect the Dawn Marshal's weapon. From what, well, at least Lighthouse is one that I know of because of.
Yes, be very careful with Lighthouse when they're in the city.
Yes, that's why I started
Should we
walking
try
around
and
with the fire gem in.
Should we try and capture this high-ranking official and like grill him for information?
That would probably be a bad idea.
You can try.
Okay, would it be a bad idea? Really? Like, what if we get Aleuir on this? Or wait, does anyone know that we're Dawn Marshals?
No.
I'll get
Out of
That's-
character, nobody knows. I
That
can
is a
say this for
conversation
certain,
that we would like
nobody
to
knows
avoid.
as far as
Maybe-
you're aware. There may be one or
maybe
two,
let's-
but they'd probably be Aleuir and Regan.
How about,
At worst.
and this is,
I'm fairly certain I've told Aleuir about the Dawn Marshal thing.
Actually, yeah, that's a good
Oh,
point.
there is
90%
somebody.
Because Algeir's
there
like my BFF.
That's true.
We talk about everything together. It's great.
Yeah,
What
there's
if
just
I-
texts
There's
at
also
night when
some-
you're bored.
But we
Maybe
do have
we
effectively a
should-
fantasy self talk to each other, Chris.
Maybe
true.
we should talk to Guardian Miadal and see who we can trust in the city and what she knows about them. Because if they're connected to Motalin, then by extension they're connected to Guardian Miadal. Yes.
Well, from what she said,
I
she-
don't know. Yes, we've had some difficulties with the logistics of that, but it is worth trying.
Yes.
We'll do the ritual tonight. Also,
Well,
while I have you all here, can we all please guard our words about the Undercity around the High Marshal and Templar
Oh,
and
please.
Governor?
okay, but they've all got wait. The governor, I swear the governor mentioned the
Yes.
scarves and shit. So I just assumed that they'd all be chill with that.
They're
It's-
aware of what's going on, but
You just
they're
gotta be
aware of
big.
its existence, but
It's
anything
sort of
they
like
don't
a-
know, we'd like to leave them to find out for themselves.
Right. Well, that seems mighty unfair, but all right.
Like Bessie.
Look, yes.
I've no interest. I've no.
Also,
particularly
who's
vested interest-
Bestie?
Look, it's best that you don't.
Oh, come on now, I'm intrigued.
When you tell me who's Osric,
Just
You don't
just
know
speak-
that.
We can have this conversation later in the tavern.
You have no idea
My
who I
mind to talk here. Please stop.
Yes.
I
More
don't
to the
like how it's
point,
natural.
we don't want to look suspicious.
You're right.
So let's end this now.
Right.
We'll talk later.
I'm gonna
I
kinda,
do.
like.
I am quite interested in the Followers of
And
the
I cut him off.
No, I'm saying this out loud.
Ah, Bugger.
And, well, it's good to know that you're interested in this. Shall I go on?
Oh, feel free. I'm very interested. Yes.
Alright, make a constitution saving throw.
Oh, jeez.
All of us.
Okay,
That's
if you're,
with a
if you're,
plus 3,
if
I
you're,
believe.
okay, so you managed to maintain your concentration to listen to this guy. The rest of you, if you're listening, go ahead, otherwise, I don't care.
Yeah, sure.
Some of this might be
Listen to
helpful,
who?
so I guess.
This is a
Listen
concentration
to who?
check.
19.
This is to concentrate.
Constitutions.
And Infernal gets a 1.
Infernal does get
almost.
a 2. Okay, so everybody...
It's 50.
Elsyan, you get switched off at some point, you're not too... You
Plus
don't...
6.
How sorry, what?
Yeah, you do that. Behold, you're like... I don't know, I don't get it. And just like, you start watching the parade. The rest of you tune in, you listen to the majority of it. So, yes, the individual who's coming here is known as Guardian for Thiefness. It's an annoying name. I don't understand. Azumar, am I right?
Oh, Azumar, great.
Yep.
Like that, gotta deal with. Damn it.
Indeed. Yes, Guardian for Thiefness is... he's kind of high-ranking in the entirety of the thing. He's generally well-respected amongst everything. He has his own opinions here and there, but nothing that's really that too bad. Yeah, he's quite a nice guy. I've met him a few times before. But yeah, he's coming from the Fractured Belt. He's coming with a lot of his monks and armored guards, that sort of thing, because of where he sits in the Church of Light. He kind of sits at around about, what would we say, third in command. He's not a guest. He doesn't come here very often. He's just coming this year because he said that he hasn't been here in a while, so he's coming this way. Well, yeah, other than that, there's not too much to say. He'll be here probably tomorrow, arriving at the end of that day. And then on the 6th day, he'll be doing an announcement in the centre of town.
That's. I'm not saying this out loud, just so you know.
Enthralling.
Well, it may be worth attending then. Assuming you're not
Definitely.
busy.
Well, it shouldn't really
Now,
be busy. On the 6th day, there isn't that much going on. Most people, it's just to do with religious stuff.
I am sorry.
Well, we have a few
no,
religious affiliations within the group, but
Fair enough.
I'm sure we'll find the time.
no, I'm terribly sorry for being so rude. Sir Governor, I didn't catch your name. I'm Sasha Smashfist.
Oh man, you're making me try and find the governor's name now. Do you have it, Sam? Do you
Yup.
have it on hand?
Oh, I don't think so. You expect me to take notes? What is this? Me being a decent player for once?
Never.
Never. I refuse. Oh god. No, because I think you were... I thought it began with a T, but that might be just because he's tabaxi and I'm getting confused. It's
Yep.
probably very much that.
Probably
No, I
very
don't have
much.
it to hand.
I Governor Tim Tam Flubblebam.
See, I've probably got it in my notebook.
Hold
but
on,
I've lost it. I think
I'm
it's
getting my
right next to
Adamanthia thing
cup.
up. If he is in here, then I will know. If he does have a name, then he will be in here, and I will know.
No, I don't have his name down.
Oh shit, run!
The police, we don't
Yes.
remember his name! Run!
No. His name is.
I'm gonna check my personal notes. There's usually stuff in here that I usually forget to file away.
Leslie Troll it is.
No, it's not.
Hi, Governor Leslie.
Talbin?
I don't think he has a name.
You should name him Talbin.
No, I will not name him that. Why
Okay,
did-
what are you naming him?
Why does he
Because
not?
I need to.
Just call him Governor.
Wait.
Official types like to be called
Wait,
by
what
the title.
race is he?
Yeah, he does like. He's a tabaxi.
What race is he?
Call him
Backside.
Felix.
At the backseat. You know what to call him. Chris.
Garfield.
Wait, Snowball!
Scribbles.
Snowball!
He's a tiger. You don't name a
he's
tiger
He's
Snowball.
a tiger.
It's
Scribbles.
ironic.
That's why you name him
Oh,
Felix.
hold on. He'll be in here.
Scribbles.
Get them to name him. Do you have any?
That's what I pop in the chat. Felix.
Not allowed.
Said it in chat.
I
Hurricane.
personally vote for
Hurricane.
Hurricane.
No, Hurricane was another person, I swear.
No, there isn't a hurricane in the campaign because obviously otherwise my notes would clash. So this guy's Hurricane. If you want his full name, my full name is Hurricane of the Steel Seas. If you're interested.
Oh, there's actually weird names, don't
Yeah.
Pleasure to meet you. Well, if there's anything any of us can do for you, obviously we're happy to oblige. Yes, lovely to meet you. I'm also a blacksmith, so if you need anything of that sort made and Reagan is too busy for it, I'm always happy to help with that.
Well, I'll see if I need anything. I'll speak around, see what I can get out of this. All the same, I think we're done here for now, so enjoy the rest of your day.
Yes. And the same to you.
Giving a nod. You all proceed to leave. Elsyan, you notice as leaving when you look back at Aleuir, you see the governor covering his mouth, whispering in Algeir's ear.
Anyone want to perceive on that?
Yeah.
You can't. He would be able
He's
to.
covering his mouth.
Elsyan should be able to read lips, but he's covering his mouth, so there's no way of telling.
bugger.
He's aware of people like that.
See, the problem with having him as a BFF and telling him everything, he knows everything about me.
He does indeed.
Like,
Maybe that
oh
wasn't
my
such a smart
god.
idea, yeah.
So, as
Can't
you're
mentally inside this.
no,
he'd notice.
no, he'd notice, and also his intellectual fortress is way better than yours.
He's just me, but better.
Yeah.
I'm you, but better.
Well, I haven't asked him how he got his house. I should ask that at some point.
You know, it's been 30 episodes. You might have thought that out already, but who knows? Probably not.
No, it's just him.
Look,
man. I was
it's
like,
Elsyan that got tricked by Bhold, alright?
okay. You know, Elsyan just has a nasty case of highly underestimating everyone that isn't him.
So,
Well, okay at this point.
So as you spend the rest of your day enjoying the festival, you go back and you prepare yourselves for the next day. Over the course of the 5th day, you proceed to go about whatever businesses you would want to take care of, playing some more games, earning a little bit of money, and proceeding to enjoy yourselves in one way or another. Some of you revisit some of the old games and give them a retry. Some of you go around and get more food. Some of you go about doing research or doing some leisurely activities over the course of the day. And so as that takes place, during that day you see a parade coming into town. You see a individual walking in very regal white and gold robes, and you see a lot of the people in town, and part ways you see these monks in white robes walking in, about 50 of them behind him as he walks in with them, a few of them having a gold trim denoting some kind of hierarchy to the system. And as he walks in, you see a brilliant pale white face with burning white eyes. And you can see that there is a set of golden hair that goes down behind the back of his head. And as he walks along, the mantle that he has that goes over his shoulders spreads out into a wing-like structure. And he walks forward through the crowd, and quite a few people bow their heads and so on. Others raise their holy symbols, and you lot shy away from him, keeping your eyes on him from a distance.
Wait, this is the next day then?
Yeah, so you've proceeded to go about your business for this day and the next day, and I'll do anything you wanted to do that's special during
Okay.
Okay.
offline while you're doing that. So, we will end there with you seeing this individual before before going about your business on the next day. We will end there. So, thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we will be back next week for more of this. Be sure to catch the next D&D, which will be my Thursday group one, where our players proceed to go on their next leg of their adventure down south towards the Amble Stones. Thank you for watching.
And dialogue.
Hope you enjoy. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.